2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This ball hit to left field by DiMartino. Left fielder's not even going to move. Home run to Home Run Hill.
And Brian Arndt, ladies and gentlemen, a rocket to the top of Home Run Hill.
Career home run number 41 for the sophomore.
Well, what a difference a few hours can make. Just a few hours ago, storms moving through the port city here in Wilmington. Cloudy skies, rainy, and we're getting ready to play baseball under sunny skies here in the afternoon. Hi, everybody. I'm Alex Riley, alongside my broadcast partner, Marty Fear. This is the Buffalo Wild Wings on deck circle for Wings, Fun, and Sports. Stop by Buffalo Wild Wings with 3 Wilmington locations. Seahawks closing out the homestand to open the 2025 season with the second game against the Georgia Bulldogs today. 2 teams met yesterday during an extra inning affair. Seahawks, we'll go through the starting lineups here in a little bit. We want to talk a little bit about the weather, which has been a little bit of an adventure over the course of the last 24 hours. Significant rain rolling through, but good chance to test out this new field here at Brooks Field. Held up very, very well, and we're ready to play baseball. But temperature is going to be at 64 degrees. Sun has peaked out, but the wind, that is going to be a big factor today as part of our O2 Fitness weather report. 20 miles per hour steady with potential gusts in the mid-40s. Flags right now standing pretty much straight out, blowing towards left field. A little bit ago, they were blowing all the way towards right field. Then they blew in towards home. So it's all over the place right now, and that is the O2 Fitness weather report. Gym membership at O2 Fitness means having access to the best equipment, fitness classes, and personal training in North and South Carolina. Become a member at O2 Fitness Clubs today. You see the 2 coaches meeting with the umpires there, so we're almost ready to get things started. We'll come back here in a moment, break down what's happening across the CAA, and get you ready for today's matchup between the Seahawks and the Bulldogs. This is UNCW Baseball on Flow Sports.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. We've got Maverick and the North American 2025 Truck of the Year, Ford Ranger, fully prepared.
Did you sleep here last night?
If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready.
And this crew is Truck Month ready.
Now get 3.9% for 60 plus up to $11,624 in total savings on select F-150s only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Football there, football there, football everywhere. What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
Huh. Okay, what if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he couldn't stop his body like a human, so he ends up trampling him, and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back, and he tramples him some more, and he's like, I'm so sorry, I'm a buffalo. I don't know my strength compared to you.
Wait, what?
Come on, ref, let the boys play.
Back here at Brooks Field, just moments away from the first pitch between UNCW and Georgia. Looking forward to calling today's action. But before we get to that, take a look around the CAA with the Kennedy's Real Estate CAA report. Tim Kennedy is a UNCW alum and your friendly broker since 1994, providing residential appraisals since 1997. Give him a call at 910-799-1068 or visit KennedyRes.com. Lots of action happening across the conference over this weekend. 2 teams starting off the season undefeated, both North Carolina A&T and Stony Brook open the year 2-0. Charleston with a 2-1 mark, followed by Northeastern and William & Mary. They each are 1-1. Monmouth even as well at 2-2. Towson and UNCW both currently sitting at 1-2, and we've got 4 teams at the bottom of the conference standings starting the year winless. Campbell, Delaware, and Elon all 0-2. Meanwhile, Hofstra is 0-3. Action happening right now on the Hardee's CAA scoreboard. Hurry down to Hardee's for the $5.99 original bag, your choice of 2 entrees with a small fry and drink. It's a full meal for only $5.99 at Hardee's. Right now in the 6th inning, Elon trailing Texas A&M 11-1. Earlier today, Tennessee run rules Hofstra in a 13-1 victory. Delaware and Florida Atlantic, no stats reported for that one despite an anticipated noon start. Same thing for Stony Brook and Bethune-Cookman, those games taking place down in Florida. Over on the other side of the Tar Heel State in Charlotte, Northeastern and Charlotte had that matchup canceled. Same said for Delaware State and North Carolina A&T. Greensboro facing some adverse weather, so that game canceled as well. 2 p.m. start for Rhode Island and William and Mary. No stats available for that one yet. And then later on today, out on the West Coast, Campbell playing UC Santa Barbara to open their season. We'll be back, give you the starting lineups, and get you ready to go. This is UNCW Baseball on Flow Sports.
For a limited time, Hardee's is adding the rich goodness of maple flavor to our handcrafted favorites. For a sweet spot in your day all day, maple makes everything better, especially at Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon every day.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation on flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags. Or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
Hardee's original bag packs 2 full-size favorites plus fries and a drink for just $5.99. No junior burgers or tiny nuggies, just full-size goodness for big-time value. The $5.99 original bag, only at Hardee's.
Back here at Brooks Field as you rejoin us for the broadcast, getting the final few notes there of the national anthem. Seahawks have taken the field, ready to play defense to start things off as we give you the Hampton Inn starting lineups for all your hotel needs. Contact Hampton Inn University area and Landfall Park Hampton Inn and Suites. Find us online at hamptoninn.com. Georgia 3-0 on the season. A lot of familiar faces you're going to hear from yesterday's game in this lineup. Starting in center field, Nolan McCarthy, the second baseman. Robbie Burnett batting second. Trey Phelps, the right fielder, in the 3-hole. Cleaning things up will be the catcher, Henry Hunter. Slade Alford, the third baseman, will be batting fifth, followed by Christian Adams, DHing today after catching. Then the first baseman, Rylan Zabrowski, followed by Devin Obie in left field, and then closing out the lineup will be the shortstop, Colby Branch. For UNCW, they will have Matt Gillespie playing in center, Tanner Thatch at first, Trevor Lucas at third, Alec DiMartino in right field, Bromley Thornton getting his first start of the season in left field, Riker Galaska back in the DH spot, Kevin Jones at short, Brian Arndt back catching after Martin Zelinka caught the second game yesterday, and then Aiden Evans will be your second baseman in the 9-hole. Seahawks sending out Conor Marshburn, the sophomore pitcher from Cary, North Carolina. And wouldn't you know it, this is his first start for the Seahawks. Made 19 relief appearances last year and was really solid for UNCW. A 3-0 record in 19 appearances, worked 23 1/3 innings, also picked up a save. Did give up 27 hits and 15 earned runs, 17 runs total, but struck out 31 while issuing just 20 walks, a 5.79 ERA. So getting his first start today, and you know what? I've done a lot of talking. Glad to be joined by my partner, Mr. Marty Fuhrer, here as first pitch, and we are underway.
So let's see how the Seahawks rebound from that long evening last night, how these young guys respond. And I think it's also important for UNCW today is that they need a couple clean innings against Georgia to open this one up.
That's one thing they certainly struggled with yesterday, especially in that game against Georgia and Quinnipiac. Both of them just couldn't get out of those innings 1, 2, 3 very often. As this one's in here for a strike, just never able to fully get it going. The offense kind of struggled at times. Some great defensive plays. Just a few little hiccups here and there as this one is topped. Marshburn going to field his position. Throw to Thatch and one away here to start things off.
Sun coming out, as you can see. I mean, it's very bright on this turf. And, you know, you talk about one of the advantages of this turf is it allows you to play some games. I really think that if we were in grass and dirt like we were last year, this game probably would not be played. Or if it was played, we certainly wouldn't have the good conditions we are facing late this afternoon.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of drying material out there trying to get this infield ready to play. Some blow dryers working on the grass. As first pitch is a strike right there. Burnett starting off the season on a literal tear as he swings away at that one. 571 average coming to this at-bat. He's got 4 hits and 7 at-bats, along with 4 walks, but the most impressive thing, 3 games, 7 stolen bases already.
Yeah, look at the top 2 spots in this Georgia lineup. 9 runs, 8 hits between them, and they've gotten on base.
Tone setters for the Bulldogs, and that's a big reason why they're off to a 3-0 start here in Wilmington. Marshburn deals this one. Thornton tracking it down in left field for out number 2.
So that gives you an idea early on exactly what this wind is doing, at least for the moment. Blowing strong into the left field as that ball all of a sudden just looked like the center fielder might have a beat on it, but just came right over into left. We'll see how it's carrying. And, you know, if you know this field, the good thing is that if you know what the wind's doing this inning, that has nothing to do with what it'll do in 5 minutes from now.
Well, certainly we saw that yesterday as Marshburn throws first pitch strike here to Phelps. Saw that early on. Alec DiMartino got a hold of one, but put it up in the jet stream, and it got knocked down just shy of the warning track when he came back around and hit his home run. Had to be a line shot that really didn't get very far up off the ground, but certainly got out of this ballpark. So similar conditions to that here today. Strike 3, big swing. Conor Marshburn setting the tone early as he sets them down. Scoreless first inning, UNCW coming to bat in the bottom half of the frame. This is Seahawk Baseball on Flow Sports.
If you're looking for a center console boat with versatility, style, and value, check out Seaboard Boats at Marine Warehouse Center. Seaboard models ranging from 22-foot to 26-foot. The LX series is more than capable of shallow coastal runs, but also adds hardcore offshore fishing. Don't settle for less. Let Marine Warehouse set you up with a Seaboard boat that's powered with a Suzuki-powered outboard. Get yours before they're gone. Visit Marine Warehouse Center on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com.
Premier Pools and Spas of Wilmington specializes in gunite pools, fiberglass pools, and outdoor living, kitchens, and hardscape landscaping. Premier knows buying a pool is a big decision for your family. That's why Premier professionals emphasize clarity of communication throughout the process to ensure your peace of mind. From designing your ideal oasis right down to decking out with an array of customizable features, you can trust us to turn your vision into reality. Premier Pools and Spas, serving Wilmington and the surrounding areas. Online at premierpoolsandspas.com.
Back here at Brooks Field as we move to the bottom of the first inning. Seahawks coming to bat. Get a chance to introduce you to Georgia's starter, first-time starter here for the Bulldogs. This is the right-handed pitcher, Zach Brown. Reason he's a first-time starter? Because he wasn't at Georgia last year. He was at Ohio State. 4-0 with the Buckeyes with a 4.22 ERA and 25 relief appearances. 23 strikeouts to 21 walks, 22 runs, 20 of them were earned. So a young man who got a lot of work last year for the Buckeyes comes down to Georgia and gets a starting spot here in the Bulldog rotation.
Little sidearm delivery as we get underway, and that'll lead to Gillespie, Thatch, and Lucas to open it up.
Top of the UNCW order. Yeah, top of the UNCW order last night. Struggled a little bit against Quinnipiac. Got some good at-bats late, but really looking for these first 3-4 hitters to kind of set the tone early.
Yeah, and I think patience is going to be a key. I mean, we even saw that a little bit on the opener, some first ball swinging. These guys get into the season, but a good start to the top of the inning, as we've seen Georgia put crooked numbers up in early innings in some of their previous games. So Mr. Gillespie comes to the plate.
Now let's see what return of the Mac can do here. Been in that leadoff spot all weekend. Batting .286 so far, 4 hits and 14 at-bats. Does have 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. So fairly solid opening for Mac in his first time on the field as he takes that first pitch for a strike.
Brown toes that rubber from the extreme first base side. Have that big sweeping motion.
This one fouled off of his shin. So quickly an 0-2 count here. Yeah, certainly interesting. We've seen some very interesting pitchers this weekend in terms of delivery and their approach. Saw quite the combo yesterday with Brian Curley, transfer from VCU, and his delivery, and then Alton Davis, big tall 6'5", his delivery. Everybody has a little bit of different approach out there. This one chopped up the middle. Gillespie beating that one out. Nice job hustling down the line. Infield single.
Yeah, once Burnett had to come over from second base, his momentum takes him into left field. That's good for a couple of steps. So Gillespie leads the game off with an infield hit. And here's Thatch.
Now this is a young man who obviously high expectations for this year, but certainly looking to get him back on track. Started off the weekend 2 for 5 against Quinnipiac. Hit a home run in that opening game. And he squares the bunt, fouls it off into the screen. But since then, 0 for 9 with 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. So things have certainly cooled down for the preseason All-American Tanner Thatch, now batting .143 so far.
Just needs a couple of good at-bats with some solid contact to take that ball up the middle. Infield plays him to pull.
Swings away right there, fouls it off. So now down 0-2, and something we saw in that first game, we've seen some extreme shifts on him, shifting over to the right side, leaving the entire left side open, but he's worked on that. Able to punch the ball over to the left side now a little bit. See if he can do it here. And this time rips one. That's going to get down the alley and right. And Gillespie on his horse over to third base. So runners on the corners for UNCW. This is exactly how the Seahawks wanted it to come out.
So 2-strike hitting, hits the ball up the middle, a bullet past Burnett at second. First and third is good base running by Gillespie. Another look at it for you. And again, right up the middle, gets past the second baseman. Again, that's that speed of this turf. You hit the ball hard in the turf, it's going to go flying through. So the Seahawks, as they have in past games, have an opportunity to get on the board early. Georgia conceding the run, they'll go back double play depth.
Trevor Lucas, the sophomore college transfer, first pitch strike, South Brunswick product, finally got his first couple of hits in a UNCW uniform yesterday, went 0 in that first game against Quinnipiac. Finally got it rolling a little bit yesterday. Played some tremendous defense over the course of this weekend. He holds up on that one.
Infield again up the middle, playing for double play depth. First baseman holding Thatch on. You got a big hole in that right side.
This one fouled off and out of play, so gonna need to be another piece of two-strike hitting like you were talking about with Thatch here moments ago.
And that's where we talked about, early on, this team needs to be patient. Foul off the pitch you don't like, work the count, put the ball in play. Seahawks open with a couple of ground balls.
And this one swung on, lifted to center field. Gonna be an opportunity for a sac fly here. Throw is going to come up the line, and Gillespie's going to slide in easily. Seahawks strike first.
Nice piece of hitting. Again, you mentioned two-strike hitting. Gets a piece, gets a ball. He can drive into center field. Strong throw to the plate, but up the third base side, and the Seahawks get the early lead. That's what you're looking for. Just put the ball in play. Good job by Lucas.
Yeah, Seahawks left a lot of runners on base last night against Quinnipiac. They drew 12 walks, only got 6 hits, left a lot of runners on. Certainly looking to rectify that here today as Alec DiMartino steps in. And this one's going to be a hard hit ball, and that's going to drop. Thatch on his horse. He is going to get over to third. So again, runners on the corners here with only one out.
And again, so that's the 4th straight batter that we've seen square the ball up the middle. A couple of ground balls, the sacrifice fly to center, and this one that gets down in right center. And again, first and third, you've got runners on the corners, less than 2 outs. It's exactly what you're looking. Here's Thornton.
Bromley Thornton, the local product here from New Hanover High School. 2 at-bats this season, yet to come up with a hit, has drawn 1 walk. His first start of the year, getting the nod over in left field. Young man who has come up with a few big hits for the Seahawks early on in his career and looking for another one right here. And that one's going to be a little bit high and off the plate for ball 1.
Outfield at medium depth, any kind of fly ball to right or center especially will score the run.
That one inside. Thornton steady in the box right there. So a 2-0 count here quickly.
So the left fielder ahead on the count can look for his pitch.
Thornton going to watch that one as Hunter not able to glove it cleanly. So 3 balls, no strikes. Opportunity right here for UNCW to load the bases.
Designated hitter Galaska on bet deck. 3-0 as he squares.
Squares gets brushed back, so very good patient at bat right there. 4 pitches, and that'll put him on first base with a Matthew Motors walk. That walk brought to you by Matthew Motors, the walking man's and woman's best friend. And that'll bring a conference at the mound here very quickly as Georgia pitcher Zach Brown, 15 pitches already through the 5 batters that he's faced. 3 hits, a run, a walk, an earned run. A little bit of a dangerous situation here with the bases loaded.
Just trying to settle him down again. His first appearance for the Bulldogs. And interestingly enough, during that little walk to the mound, Everyone assigned to the bullpen for Georgia heads on down. Loosening up. We mentioned the Bulldogs have been very productive in the first frames during their trip to Wilmington. Chance for the Seahawks to return the favor here. They're loaded with one out.
Brown obviously solid in relief work for Ohio State last year, but his first start a little bit rocky here so far, as he is going to hit Galaska, and the second run is going to come home. Tanner Thatch will touch home plate, and UNCW has the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, that ball just seems to be sailing on him a little bit. Even on the walk previously, when he goes inside, the ball is sailing a little bit inside, and then against the left-hander, that ball just goes right in, and that brings up Jones. Again, they're loaded, 2 runs in.
Boy, if you're Kevin Jones right here, you've got some speed, you've got some teammates with some speed on the bag. You'd certainly like to put one in an alley and let some guys run. His first pitch is going to be in there for a strike. Jones already 2 hits on the year and a team lead 4 RBIs. Of course, 2 of those coming on that walk-off triple against Quinnipiac in Game 1.
Zaborowski, the first baseman, as you would expect, not holding the runner on. So all 3 Seahawks getting good walking leads on the pitch.
So an 0-2 pitch right here to Kevin Jones. And he is going to roll one. Nicely hit. And no play. Great stop right there by the shortstop. Branch gloves that one, but not able to do anything with it. Run scores. Seahawks up 3-0.
So by keeping it in the infield, they save a run for the time being, but again, another ground ball, putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Bases remain loaded. It's the 3 spot. Seahawks lead to build on.
That'll bring up the catcher, Brian Arndt, as he watches that one down and away. Arndt out of the starting lineup for the second game yesterday against Quinnipiac after catching in the morning against Georgia. Did come in to pitch in relief later on in that game.
Give credit to Thornton, who was on second base. He had a good break on the ball. He was able to take away any kind of force play at third. It's really the only play that Branch had.
Arndt's going to foul this one off. Dribbles in on the infield. Everybody will have to retreat back. So Arndt now down in the count, 1-2. So 1 out.
Outfield in a couple of steps. Looking for a possible play at the plate. See if Arndt can take this ball into right field and go with the pitch.
Pushes that one into the netting behind home plate. Foul. So staying alive. Arndt, this one's inside the line, down in left field. 1 run is home. 2nd run coming. Jones will stop at 3rd. Arndt will be at 2nd. Seahawks will be up 5-0.
So one of the big differences between this afternoon and yesterday, Seahawks doing a good job patiently working the count and getting the ball in play, putting the ball on the ground, and we are going to have a pitching change early on for the Bulldogs, as the Seahawks put a 5 spot up on the board. Still only 1 out and 2 men in scoring position.
Well, Zach Brown's day will be done here very quickly, as we will have a Pepsi pitching change here in the 1st inning. Seahawks up 5-0, looking to add some more. We'll be back. This is Seahawk Baseball on Flow Sports.
Whether it's on day one, in the classroom, on the court, in the field, on the coast, in the community, or at the finish line, Seahawks soar together.
This is where everything starts. It's a place of new beginnings, new opportunities, and a new identity. We are the Coastal Athletic Association, and from the beaches to the city streets, we are united to succeed at an elite level, in competition, in our communities, in our lives. This is the tide that lifts us, the fire that burns inside all of us. This is our moment, our new chapter. We are the CAA, and we are united in excellence.
Back here at Brooks Field, as you get a look at the new pitcher for the Georgia Bulldogs, and a young man who has gotten some frequent flyer miles over his journey in college, a Texas native from Keller, Texas. Eric Hammond comes to Georgia via Southern California. Spent 2 years there with the Trojans before heading south to Athens. Last year with Southern Cal, a 2-2 record and a 6.75 ERA in 12 games. Did have 7 starts, 30 2/3 innings with 19 strikeouts to 20 walks. So young man who has starter experience, but coming on in a relief role right here, trying to minimize the damage for the Bulldogs while the Seahawks look to tack on.
Certainly not the start that Zach Brown wanted, as he's still responsible for the 2 runners on base. Again, only 1 out, all 5 runs earned. But if you're the Seahawks and Randy Hood, you've got to be pleased. Right now they're staying in the strike zone. We're not seeing them chase the pitches. They made Brown come in with strikes, work the count. And again, on a special, on a Sunday afternoon with the wind blowing in a little bit, putting the ball on the ground is not a bad idea.
No, Seahawks not trying to lift anything, find that jet stream. They're just putting it down, getting it past the infielders, or hitting it in a spot where it's a really difficult play, and that will bring up the 9-hole hitter, Aiden Evans. 4 runs already this season to go along with 2 RBIs on his 2 hits. Looking to tack on a few more to that total.
Infield up in the corners.
And Evans, big swing right there. Again, 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Seahawks already with a 5 spot on the board. That one runs inside.
Gillespie, the left-handed hitter, single to open this frame, waits on deck.
This one fouled off and out of play. So Hammond doing a good job right here of coming on in relief. See what Evans can do with it. The 1-2. That one, breaking ball in there for strike 3, so Evans caught watching on that one.
Nice breaking ball. Really had a nice tail at the end, caught that outside corner. And here's Gillespie.
Well, this young man started things off with that infield single here in this inning. So we have officially batted around. Gillespie getting his 2nd trip to the plate already today. Looking for his first RBIs of the afternoon. That one is going to be chopped foul down the left field line. Again, Gillespie now hitting .333 after that infield single earlier in this inning. That pitch runs inside.
And if you're Marshburn, you're thrilled with a 5 spot, hoping to add on to it. It's when the starting pitcher doesn't mind spending some time in the dugout.
Just keep the arm warm and loose and pitch with some confidence as this ball gets away. Going to be a play at the plate. Instead, Jones going to slide in safely. So, wild pitch right there. Brings home another run. Seahawks up 6-0.
So they take advantage of the wild pitch. But I'll tell you one thing that you notice already, unable to get the ball cleanly, but with the backstop so much closer, they had a play at the plate. If the catcher could have gotten it cleanly, where years back that would have been an easy run scored. Just again, some quirks of this new alignment. Runner on third now, 2 out.
That ball outside. Yeah, Jones's speed right there certainly gave him the best shot at getting home before the ball could get there for the play at the plate. But like you said, been a couple of those just off the turf and just not fielded cleanly. Gillespie squares the bunt. So that'll make it a full count, 3-2. As Arndt stands on third, looking to come home. Gillespie watches that one high and in for ball 4, so runners back on the corners, and Tanner Thatch coming back to the plate.
Third time already in this opening frame. Seahawks have had runners on the corner. Takes a look into the dugout. Hunter, the catcher, communicates, if the runner goes, will they throw through? See how aggressive the Seahawks play. If you've got a 6-run lead, you want to be as aggressive as possible, even with your best hitter at the plate.
Thatch ducks out of the way of that one. So ball 1 to start. Again, Thatch was 0 for 9 yesterday. Already a base hit today. Looking for his second.
This has been a 34-pitch inning already for the Bulldogs.
Pitch number 35 catches the outside corner for a strike. Yeah, certainly not the start Georgia was looking for here as they close out their stay in Wilmington. Thatch again leans back away from that one.
Playing Tanner, dead to pull. Second baseman, 3 steps into the outfield, almost said outfield grass. The green.
It certainly gives the illusion. Thatch, healthy cut right there.
Swinging fastball, got a little break.
That sets us up for deuces. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Runners on the corners. Thatch tops this one foul.
So if nothing else, that's the shortstop in motion. With the second baseman way over, the shortstop basically about 3 steps to the shortstop side of the bag. Big hole in that right-hand side if he hits that ball up the middle.
Thatch gonna lift this one, lazy fly ball out into center field. McCarthy camps underneath it for out number 3, but damage done for UNCW. Seahawks strike for 6 in the bottom of the first. This is UNCW Baseball on Flow Sports.
Josh Barber here for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington and proud UNCW graduate. At Capital, we want to service all your automotive needs now with 2 full-service Wilmington locations, Ford on Oleander Drive and Lincoln on Market Street. We have you covered with new and pre-owned sales, vehicle maintenance and repair, mobile service, parts, and even collision repair. So come see us on Oleander Drive or Market Street for the largest selection of new Fords and Lincolns in eastern North Carolina. Or check us out online at capitalfordofwilmington.com. And remember, go Seahawks!
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
Back here at Brooks, as you see the Seahawks warming up defensively. Get a quick recap of where our Georgia's starting pitcher, Zach Brown, finished up.
Brown, 1/3 of an inning. His line is now final. Gave up 5 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Did have a walk, 1 hit by pitch. And again, the Seahawks just did a great job putting the ball in play, squaring it up, hitting it up the middle. Leads to a big 6-run initial inning. I'll tell you what, you know Washburn is pleased with that as he has to wait for his catcher arm to come out after being on the bags. But the sun is out, and certainly a bright first frame for the guys in field.
Absolutely, and one thing UNCW did was find space in this ballpark. Plenty of open space as we get a look at the Reed's Jewelers Diamond Dimensions. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Independence Mall and Mayfair Town Center. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life moments. 325 down the lines, which Seahawks found some of those here in that first inning. 360 to the power alleys and 380 to dead center. Depending on the wind blowing, gonna need all that power if you're gonna drop one over that outfield wall today.
So, you know, they say you put a 6 spot up. It's really not a 6 spot until you retire the next half frame and see if the Seahawks can jump on that early.
Well, Marshburn faced 3 batters in the top of the first. Needed 11 pitches to get the job done. See if he can work quickly here. Gets UNCW back to bat as the first 2 are out of the zone. Start things off.
Tell you, Hunter right up on the plate. He's got both feet on that inside chalk of the batter's box, really crowding the inside corner. Ball 3.
Squares for the bunt attempt right there, but pitch not able to catch part of the frame.
Tell you what, Seahawk fans up off their rockers, complaining on the 3-0 pitch. It's baseball season.
It is. That one out and away, so 4 pitches. Marshburn issues his first walk of the game. Dealers, umpires, memories are made with good friends off the beaten path. It's time to get into a built wild Ford Bronco or Ford Bronco Sport. See your Carolina Ford dealer, proud partner of Seahawk Athletics, your home plate umpire. Young man who was making those calls, Mr. Brian Peterson. Over at first base is Wilson Rayner, and at third is Nick Mull.
Slade Alford, the batter. 167 so far on the year.
Alford, one of the more dangerous returning players as he squares again to bunt. Arndt pops up, called a strike. Fans give a little sarcastic clapping right there.
If you look up and down this Georgia lineup, seniors throughout. In fact, 7 of the 9 batters are seniors.
Alford, one of the most seasoned in that group, started all 60 games last year at 4 different positions, first, second, third, and DH. 17 home runs, 300 average. A little bit of a slow start here, but looking for his 8th walk of the season as the count moves to 3-1. So you've got one young man with 7 steals, and this young man trying to get another walk, and he's going to get it. That is walk number 8. And the second straight walk of the inning here for Conor Marshburn.
Yeah, so the last thing you want to do is give Georgia some free base runners. Make them put it in play. You've got a 6-run lead. That plagued the Seahawks, and with that, we'll have a trip to the mound as well. Settle down Marshburn.
Yeah, pitching coach Kelly Seacrest coming out to have a quick conversation. No activity in the Seahawk bullpen, none expected for the time being. UNCW racing out to that 6-0 lead, so certainly just want Marshburn to settle down and pitch with a little confidence. Let his defense make the play and let the umpires call the strikes when they're there.
And if you're the Dogs, you're doing a good job because you just want base runners right now.
Yeah.
You're going to work the count. If you're the Seahawks right now, just looking for that first out of the inning. If anything, I guess from our angle, back behind home plate, I guess Marshburn's a little high with the strike zone because it looks like he's getting plate.
Maybe sitting in that dugout for as long as he did because Seahawks were at bat for quite some time. So amped up the energy a little bit.
If you're Adams, you look for that first pitch strike. Got a call there on a breaking ball.
Yeah, good job getting it down into the zone there after, as you pointed out, being elevated there for a little while. That one drops in on the inside corner. Marshburn up to 20 pitches now. Big swing right there as Adams misses.
Late on the fastball there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Opportunity to get the first out here, and he does. Marshburn, nice fastball right there. Blows it by him for out number 1.
So that's his second strikeout of the contest. None bigger than that. Kind of settles down the inning a little bit.
That'll bring up Rylan Zaborowski. He's had a solid start to the season. First pitch in there for a strike, batting .300 with 3 hits and 10 at-bats, 4 RBIs already on the year.
Big guy with a big strike zone. Stands tall in the box.
Zaborowski, 6'5".
Seahawks looking for that ground ball to get him out of the inning.
This one gonna be just into foul territory. Tanner Thatch trying to track it down, but if that one would have dropped fair, probably would have brought a run home.
So you're ahead of the count, see if Marshburn tries to dial it up high. Get him to swing. That's where both strikeouts have come from.
Now he doesn't even offer at it. Nice fastball right there on the outside part of the plate. Strikeout number 3 for Conor Marshburn.
Isn't it just amazing how just a quick trip to the mound sometimes can just settle a pitcher down? If anything, he's kind of slowed his delivery a let down a little bit.
Certainly amped up to start the inning, and who wouldn't be, as this one in there for a strike. He's zoned in now. Devin Obie coming to the plate. Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes is that little reminder. Changes everything, as this one's going to get away, but that short backstop comes right back to Arndt. Runners move up 90 feet.
So now Georgia's got scoring position, 2nd and 3rd. 2 out.
And if you're Marshburn, your primary focus is what's at the plate. Don't worry about those runners in scoring position, as that ball is high.
Got the number 9 hitter waiting on deck.
And this one lifted in the air. Straight away center field. Matt Gillespie camping out underneath it. Squeezes it for out number 3. So Seahawks dance with danger a little bit. Pair of leadoff walks, but Boy, what a response by Conor Marshburn. 2 strikeouts, gets fly ball out to end the inning. UNCW will come to bat in the bottom of the second. This is Seahawk baseball on Flow Sports.
Football there. Football there. Football everywhere. What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
Huh. Okay, what if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he couldn't stop his body like a human, so he ends up trampling him, and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back, and he tramples him some more, and he's like, I'm so sorry, I'm a buffalo. I don't know my strength compared to you.
Wait, what?
Come on, ref, let the boys play.
Today is your day. It's time to stop wishing for it and start working towards it. One day at a time, one workout at a time. Your best is not behind you. Look forward.
Back here at Brooks Field as get a look at Eric Hammond coming on work the second inning here for the Bulldogs. Want to give a shout out to our crew today. Everybody's been busy. This has been a busy weekend on campus between a bunch of baseball games. We've had men's basketball, women's basketball, a lot of action. Jordan, our director, along with his team of Maddie, Zach, Mason, and 2 Ryans, Ryan W. and Ryan S. Everybody doing their best on the cameras today. Got a lot of different angles, and so far, the broadcasts look really good.
Marshburn's looked really good on the mound, too. 3 strikeouts through 2 innings, 32 total pitches. But the big strikeout was all of a sudden you walk 2 runners to lead off the second inning, comes back with that big K against Adams, and that kind of changed the complexion of the entire inning. Seahawks take a 6-run lead as they bat here in the second.
Now, Trevor Lucas already has an RBI on the day, but looking for his first base hit. Got that sacrifice fly to start the scoring in the first inning. Sure love to get the offense rolling here as we move to the bottom of the second. Hammond comes back with a second pitch strike to even the count. Lucas going to foul that one off down the right-hand side.
So, Alex, if you're Georgia right now, you want some innings out of Eric Hammond. You know, your starter goes a third, second inning for the big right-hander, but you want him to give you at least 3 or 4 if possible.
Lucas going to roll this one over to third. And nice stretch play right there by Zabrowski. Get that first out. Good defensive effort. That'll bring up Alec DiMartino, single his first time up. Of course, had a big game yesterday against Quinnipiac. Light tower power literally off of the light pole in left field for a line shot home run. He's going to take strike 1. And quickly an 0-2 count to Alec DiMartino. Going to have to work to defend the plate here.
DiMartino 4 for 12 in the early going of the season.
That one far and away. The other thing he has done, though, he's drawn 4 walks. He was among the team leaders last year in that category. I believe had 38, but he was also the team leader in strikeouts. Pretty close to 80, so looking for a little more patience and a little more aggression. And unfortunately, right there, swings through one, not able to catch up to it. So 2 away here for UNCW.
Yeah, that's a good point. Out of your number 4 hitter. You want somebody that's going to put the ball in play, because especially if you take a look at the top of this lineup with Gillespie and Thatch and Lucas, they can set the table for you.
Yeah. That's something Coach Randy Hood said in a preseason talk we had, despite the fact you look at those strikeout numbers that DiMartino had last year as Thornton swings to the first pitch. They actually said they'd like to see him swing more, which sounds counterintuitive, but a lot of his strikeouts were taken looking, fooled by stuff. They'd like him to be a little more aggressive. So Bromley Thornton digs in after drawing a walk in his first at bat. That loaded the bases, but he's quickly down in the count, 0-2.
Hammond's done a good job since coming in, just pounding the strike zone.
So the 0-2 pitch. Thornton gets a good piece of that one, but fouls it off down the right-hand side.
Hammond, especially early in the count when he gets ahead, he's working that outside corner, trying to get the Seahawks to chase.
This one over in the left-handed hitter's batter's box. So that'll bring the count to 1-2. And chases the high fastball right there. So another strikeout. This time for Eric Hammond, his third since.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
Get a look right here at Conor Marshburn going into his third inning of work. 8 batters faced so far. 32 pitches needed. Giving up 2 walks, but boy, came back in the bottom part of that second inning with a pair of strikeouts, along with that fly ball out. Responded in a big way.
So Kobe Branch will lead it off, the number 9 hitter, 9-1-2. Here in the third.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, batting 9th, shortstop, number 9, Coley Branch.
Branch, the shortstop, hitting .273. And he's going to see a first pitch strike.
Tell you what, you can tell baseball season is officially underway. The kids are rolling down the hill.
They are having a good time. That is still grass, and they are still enjoying it as that one paints the outside corner for strike 2.
Again, we've talked about it. Just a great atmosphere for the family here at Brooks Field. Not only in the enhancements to the field, but just the fan experience.
Yeah, certainly the facility, as that one way out and away. Certainly the facility improvements that took place in the offseason added something to it, and still one more to go. Got a new scoreboard on its way here. Will be installed here in the next couple weeks. And 4 pitches, strikeout number 4. Conor Marshburn gets some.
Ball swings right through it. Here's McCarthy.
So the top of the order comes back up. McCarthy grounded out to the pitcher his first time up.
You know, you mentioned the new scoreboard. One of the things that brings to the program, it's revenue.
Mm-hmm.
It's revenue producing as far as advertising. We've seen it through, as this one goes foul, we see it through a number of programs that, you know, it's just one more revenue stream for this athletic department, and it's great for recruits.
Absolutely enhances the overall experience that you get as a fan, that you get as a visitor. This one high, and certainly get on those recruiting trips, able to show some instant replay, able to play more commercials, a lot of added bonuses and perks. We're going to see when that comes into effect, as that one is out and away. So Marshburn in danger of issuing his third walk of the day here.
You talk about enhancements. Remember when the Johnson training facility went up? That was kind of like the big first step.
This one popped up on the infield. Jones calling everybody off at short. Takes 3 steps in and makes the catch for out number 2. Yeah, Coach Hood has called that thing a true game changer for the program over the last couple years. Gives UNCW the option on those rainy days to get some work in, and it's certainly helped with overall recruiting and the work that the Seahawks can get in on a daily basis.
And it also is important if you want to host tournament play. You've got to have a facility for everyone to warm up and keep the day going. And boy, tell me Marshburn has not settled down after that little bump to start the second inning. Their first pitch strike.
Not quite sure what the home plate umpire was saying there. Looks like give a little warning of some sort, but we'll restart at 0-1. That one going to be inside.
You can tell this is an important inning.
Yeah, certainly UNCW could get to the 4th with that 6-0 lead intact.
Not only that, Riley Nance's up here. He waited till the sun came out.
Women's basketball has wrapped up over at Trask Coliseum, so some of the Seahawks Digital Network crew trickling in over here as this one is fouled off the plate.
You know, Riley taking over production this year. They've just done a great job, whether it be the fall sports right into basketball. And you mentioned this is the overlap time. And you've got women's, men's basketball going on, softball going on, full weekend of baseball.
Another swing right there, and Conor Marshburn feeling it. Strikeout number 5 on the day. Sets Georgia down in order. We move to the bottom of the 3rd. Seahawks coming to bat. This is UNCW Baseball on Flow Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Fortune with Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Excited to be on the UNCW campus today to talk to you about this week's Medical Minute. Shoulder injuries are extremely common in sports, recreational, and job-related activities. These injuries can range from chronic overuse injuries to traumatic injuries like shoulder separations, dislocations, and even rotator cuff tears. Sometimes injuries can be prevented, but sometimes with traumatic injuries they are not preventable. But we always talk about preventative strategies to try to limit their effects. One of the biggest things to consider is rotator cuff strength as well as upper back strength, in addition to good posture throughout your day. As always, if these symptoms persist, please come see us at Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Our goal is to support you with easily accessible world-class care for all your orthopedic and sports medicine needs.
Back here at Brooks Field as Georgia warms up here. Seahawks getting ready to come to bat. You were mentioning some of those overlap sports and spring season kind of amping up as winter season begins to wind down. Did want to give a quick note. UNCW softball team was supposed to play Central Connecticut State today. That game was canceled due to inclement weather, so they'll be back at home. They'll host a tournament at Bozeman Field this coming weekend, February 21st through 23rd. But did want to note that they did pick up a couple wins yesterday, so the win streak out to 5 for the softball team as they will return back home here next weekend.
Yeah, and if you look at the box score, they put up some nice numbers.
They did.
Down in the Charleston area. Softball home next weekend. Baseball home next weekend.
I believe I am over on the softball call next weekend. Looking forward to seeing them play for the second time this year. As Galaska gets his first official appearance. He has scored a run and didn't drive in a run, but he got that by wearing a pitch, hit by pitch. First time he stood in the batter's box. It's going to half-hard a swing right there. It's going to be called for strike one.
Galaska, Jones, and Arndt all scored in that initial frame.
Nice off-speed pitch right there over the outside part of the plate. So Galaska now facing the 1-2 count. Wide stance, no batting gloves. And watches that one a little high. Two balls, two strikes. Galaska watches that one, so nice job to show some patience and work it to a full count.
I bet you after the game, ball four, but wouldn't be surprised when you speak to Randy Hood. I think that was probably one of the messages coming into this Sunday. You know, be patient up there, make him throw strikes. Here's Jones.
Shortstop, number 10.
Infield single to his position, hit it over to short his first time up. That brought home a run. And Seahawks yesterday against Quinnipiac actually drew 12 walks. Problem was they just couldn't get the base hit. They showed a little bit of patience to plate, just didn't do anything with it as this one is laid down right in front of home. Jones racing down the line, but he is going to be out. But the sacrifice bunt works well right there. Runner now in scoring position.
Catcher, number 12, Brian Arndt.
Arndt doubled his first time to the plate with that bullet down the third base line.
Young man who only had 2 hits coming into today, got that third one in a big way, brought home 2 runs. You know, he'd certainly like an opportunity for a 3 RBI day here. And breaking ball a little too far inside for ball 1.
You know, I think we're going to see, especially if Jones continues to bat where he is in the order, you're going to see a lot of bunts like that. Yes, it's a sacrifice, but you can also beat those out. Just put a lot of pressure on the defense.
Ball in the dirt. Yeah, his speed certainly presents a big challenge, and with the way this infield can play, the challenges that it can present, it gives him an opportunity to race down the line. That one, not quite as close as it could have been, but he certainly deadened that ball right in front of home plate. As count moves to 3-0 here on Arndt. And with his speed, he's got the chance on some of those to beat it out.
Agreed. And again, what a weapon he is once he gets on the bases.
So Arndt facing the 3-0 count here. And he's going to see ball 4, so a double and a walk. That is a Matthew Motors walk, brought to you by Matthew Motors, the walking man's and woman's best friend. So 2 on now for UNCW as and the rest of the infield looks like they're going to join in.
Yeah, trying to get some extra pitches for the bullpen action. All of a sudden, especially this inning, you feel Hammond might be running out of gas a little bit. 40 total pitches. It's been high on a couple of balls, and now a slow walk to the mound. I'd be surprised if we get a pitching change here.
Like we said, Hammond got 7 starts last year when he was at Southern California. The year before that, as a true freshman, or excuse me, as a redshirt freshman, he got 14 starts for the Trojans. So no stranger to starting games, just hasn't gone quite as long in those 7 starts last year. He only totaled 30 2/3 innings, so certainly not a long-time starter, so you got to wonder how much gas he does have left in the tank.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs waiting for the umpire to walk out, and now he'll make the move, but got another 4 pitches out of the bullpen.
So that is going to be a Pepsi pitching change. We'll tell you about the new arm when we come back. This is UNCW Baseball on Flow Sports.
Josh Barber here for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington and proud UNCW graduate. At Capital, we want to service all your automotive needs now with 2 full-service Wilmington locations, Ford on Oleander Drive and Lincoln on Market Street. We have you covered with new and pre-owned sales, vehicle maintenance and repair, mobile service, parts, and even collision repair. So come see us on Oleander Drive or Market Street for the largest selection of new Fords and Lincolns in eastern North Carolina. Or check us out online at capitalfordofwilmington.com. And remember, go Seahawks!
For over 25 years,
Window World has been Wilmington's leading exterior remodeler.
from Window World of Wilmington.
I'm Joey Pollard, and this is my daughter Hannah. We offer endless window options and colors.
Talk about instant curb appeal.
Whether supplying storm protection or security,
Window World has you covered. Backed by our lifetime limited warranty.
Window World is still offering superior products
At great prices. Thank you, Wilmington.
for all your support over the years.
Bulldogs going to the bullpen for the second time today as we get our second Pepsi pitching change of the afternoon. New pitcher for Georgia, Matthew Hoskins, young man who is a junior coming in, has made a fair number of appearances for the Bulldogs during his career last season. 5 appearances, including a pair of starts. Unable to post a win or a loss in 3 2/3 innings of work, 7 walks with 4 strikeouts, ended up with a 19.64 ERA. The year before that, as a freshman, a little bit more work, 10 appearances, had a 1-2 record with a 4.12 ERA in 19 2/3 innings, 24 strikeouts to 10 walks. Before his season as a freshman was cut short due to an elbow injury. So got to feel like this is a little bit of him trying to navigate his way back out onto the field. Maybe last year dipped his toe back in, a little bit of work, limited appearances, but hopefully now he's healed up and we're going to see the best from him against some of the Seahawks' best hitters.
And that's a great point, because especially early in the year, a lot of these guys in the bullpen, they're also auditioning for rotation spots. They're auditioning for how I can be part of this pitching staff going forward. So Hoskins, the big right-hander, will inherit 2 runners on, 1 out. That'll bring up Evans.
Hoskins, a 6'2", 217-pounder. Certainly a well-built pitcher out there, looking to power some pitches past Aiden Evans here, and interestingly enough, both pitching changes have come with Aiden Evans stepping up to the plate. Evans lifts this one into right field. It's carrying. It's going to stay in fair territory, and it is caught, but the runners both tagging. It's a little bit of a sacrifice right there as both runners advance. Seahawks have 2 in scoring position.
Yeah, did a good job there. Arndt saw the right fielder slip a little bit. He was able to tag, go from first to second, and now put 2 runners in scoring position, as Galaska had no problems getting from second to third standing. So Gillespie will be up. They haven't retired him on the day. Now are they going to appeal?
So no sacrifice fly on that one, just fly ball out, and Georgia coach Wes Johnson out of the dugout arguing. Single to start things off, followed by a walk in the first inning. Both of those trips to the plate in the first inning, so his third time up today, and we're only in the third. And he takes a big swing right there on the first pitch he sees.
Seahawks 6 runs on 5 hits, no errors. 3 zeros across the board for Georgia early on.
Even with a 6-run lead, you got to feel like right here, if you can push 7, 8, somewhere in there, you really start to put the pressure on Georgia early in this ball game.
There's no lead big enough. Good point.
Gillespie rolls this one over to short, trying to beat it up the line, but unable to do so. So Seahawks going to strand 2. We move to the 4th. UNCW still holding that 6-0 lead. This is Seahawk baseball on Flow Sports.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Bold hand-breaded chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits. Grab your tailgate box and tailgate like a legend this season with Bojangles. It's bow time.
Hello, I'm Ben Cochran, managing partner at Hardison & Cochran, attorneys at law. My firm helps good people in North Carolina who have unfortunately had their life turned upside down due to an injury. We help our clients by telling their story and leveling the playing field against opponents who have an army of lawyers fighting to diminish or outright deny their claim. We're ready to help. All you have to do is reach out.
Hardison & Cochran, North Carolina personal injury attorneys, 910-all-3s.
I've built the perfect tailgate.
Phil won't know what hit him.
With Bojangles, you can tailgate like a legend, not like a Phil.
It's a touchdown! Hey guys, can I have some more?
It's bow time. Open the Bojangles app and order your tailgate box.
Get a good look right there at UNCW starting pitcher Conor Marshburn, and what an afternoon he is having thus far. 11 batters faced, 46 pitches so far, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts, and made a good point right there, Marty. He is getting stronger as the innings go on in the inning. Closed out every inning with a strikeout so far.
Yeah, and we talked about it in the first game of this series. I think Art does a good job as far as just calling the game. You know, I know a lot of the signals come from the bench, but, you know, they make adjustments. He frames the pitch. Seahawks with that early lead. No hits since that initial inning, but they put 5 hits together, moved base runners.
Yeah, went quietly in the second with 2 strikeouts along with the ground out, but a couple of walks and the sack bunt put some runners in scoring position, but unable to do anything in the bottom half of the third. So Georgia comes up to bat, and it'll be the right fielder, number 1, Trey Phelps, starting things off. Phelps fouls this one off at the plate.
See what kind of adjustments Georgia makes. 3, 4, 5 hitters. Seeing Marshburn for the second time through.
Very good point. Marshburn's been good enough so far that this is only the second time through the order for Georgia, and he's quickly ahead, 0-2. Phelps, the sophomore this year, was a first-team freshman All-American last year and a preseason All-America pick this year. And watches that one just a little bit on the outside.
That's a good pitch. Shows him that breaking ball didn't chase, but now he knows it's there.
This one lifted into left field. Bromley Thornton charging underneath it, takes a couple steps in. Wynn knocks it down for out number 1.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, that ball's back another good 20 feet, but the wind just. Right.
Yeah, even Thornton initially off the bat thought that one's got a little more pop in it, so went to go take a few steps back and then had to run up underneath it. Good job correcting to get that first out.
Another thing, obviously, you're pitching with a 6-run lead, but you can go out there and challenge hitters on that first pitch. This is Hunter. He walked his first time up.
That one on the outside part of the plate, call the ball.
Seahawks at short, playing him to hit up the middle. Outfield straight away.
That one paints the inside corner, fastball for a strike. So again, Conor Marshburn working ahead of hitters.
Yeah, and as you described, he's working inside corner, outside corner, then a lot of times he elevates.
That one chopped at the plate. Yeah, location, location, location has been his mantra all day. He's certainly done a good job finding both sides of the plate, elevating that fastball, changing hitters' eye levels at times. That one in the dirt.
Comfortable pitch count. He's only at 51 here in the fourth.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Marshburn deals, and that one is going to hit him. I just think that one looks like it just got away from him there. So only the, third base runner Conor's given up today.
Hunter's 2 of them as he walked his first time up. Here's Alford. He walked his first time up as well.
Slade Alford, the senior veteran player, preseason All-SEC pick. Let's see what Conor Marshburn can do right here after giving up the hit batter. Comes back with a strike right over heart of the plate. Did want to note, by getting that out to start the inning, this now career high marks for Conor. Worked 3 innings against Princeton last year.
Nobody up in the Seahawk bullpen.
And this one going to be lifted into right center field. DiMartino camps out underneath it for out number 2.
Tell you, when you look at this Georgia lineup, up and down, one of the strengths of this team is they recruit a number of players that they can put in several different positions. It gives them that flexibility. It's just so important in college baseball, especially when you're playing in the SEC.
That's one thing Georgia does is, like you said, have that flexibility. As first pitch strike right here, one of the guys started off this inning, Trey Phelps, freshman All-American last year. Last year had 34 starts at 5 different positions. You've got Alford started at 4 different positions. So these guys have some diversity in their game. They can play all over the field, be just a hitter. UNCW's got that as well with some fielders who have the ability to pitch. High fastball right there to Christian Adams, the designated hitter. Struck out his first time up. This one swung on and lifted out of play, so that evens the count at 2-2.
Let's see if the trend can continue, as Marshburn has closed each of the first 3 innings with Ks. Struck out Adams his first time up.
It's going to be an out. As this is Seahawk baseball on Flow Sports.
Kennedy's Real Estate Service is your local company for all your residential, brokerage, management, and appraisal needs in the Wilmington and New Hanover County area. Tim is not only a UNCW alumni, he has been your friendly broker since 1994 and providing residential appraisals since 1997. Give him a call, 910-799-1068, or visit him on the web at kennedyres.com.
Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit OleanderChiropractic.com.
Back here at Brooks Field as we take a look at Matthew Hoskins.
And I'll tell you, Hammond did a good job bridging, got out of the first inning, threw 2 innings, gave up no hits, no runs, couple of walks. It gave the Bulldogs a couple of innings when they needed it most.
He's going to face a young man who is one of the most notable players in college baseball this year. A lot of expectations on Tanner Thatch. Already a single today, has scored.
Look at this second baseman. It's almost like he's playing short field and softball, you know? Good 3 steps out, pulled. First baseman a couple steps off the line, right fielder pretty deep and right.
Thatch fouls this one off down the left side.
And you made a good point. I think a lot of teams, especially defensively, will challenge him early to try to go the other way.
Certainly teams had him scouted last year. You would see the third baseman almost playing the shortstop position. Thatch fouls this one back. They didn't think he could hit to the opposite side. Of course, did it in that first game against Quinnipiac. Little base hit over in the hole at short.
And his hit this afternoon was right up the middle.
So takes the 0-2 offering right there. Thatch, another good job fouling that one off. That one inside, so count's going to even at 2-2.
Tell you what, Thatch does a good job. They'll move him off the plate. Then he just reestablishes where he wants to be in the box. Looks for his pitch.
Gets a good piece of that one, but fouls it out of play. So certainly making Matthew Hoskins work here. Like to see that from Thatch after, like I said, going 0 for 9 yesterday between the 2 games that the Seahawks played. Trying to bounce back here, get that offense rolling again. And he's going to take a called strike 3, so off-speed pitch leaves him guessing right there.
Yeah, nice pitch. Wasn't what Thatch was third to first, his second at bat.
Lucas done some great work on defense over at that hot corner over the course of the weekend. Hasn't really had to make a play yet today, but through those first 3 games, certainly had some web gym worthy efforts. Take a high ball that's called a strike, looked up around the letters. That one out over the plate.
It's almost like the pitchers are getting that high breaking ball, but not necessarily the high fastball.
Just going to foul this one off and out of play. Home plate umpire Brian Peterson is given a few pitches high, like you said, depending on the location. Has been fairly consistent. That one nowhere near. So Lucas has worked it to a full count here. See if he can get over to first base. And he will get there as that one sails behind him. So that is a Matthew Motors walk. A walk brought to you by Matthews Motors, the walking man's and woman's best friend.
So here's DiMartino, as you mentioned. You know, he leads every year in base on balls, but also on strikeouts. In the number 4 hole, going to put the ball in play him to hit up the middle on the right-hand side. Big hole between first and second.
DiMartino swings away at that one. Strikeout his last time up, but of course, big base hit in the first inning as part of that offensive explosion for UNCW. DiMartino again, like we said, coaches, for all the strikeouts, said actually might want him to be a little bit more aggressive, certainly showing it through those first 2 pitches right there.
Almost looks like he's pulling off that breaking ball a little bit.
This time, not fooled, as it's down and away.
I haven't had a base hit since that initial inning. This game's kind of settled down. Sometimes that's what a 6 spot can do for you.
Yeah, Seahawks with that flurry early on. Not much doing since then, as works it to a 2-2 count. UNCW does have 3 walks since that offensive onslaught early on. Excuse me, yeah, 3 walks. That one's gonna be inside, so DiMartino goes from down 0-2 to a full count.
1 out. See if they start Lucas on the 3-2.
And a little pick-off attempt right there. Keep Lucas honest over at first base.
Fans coming to the ballpark will notice that there's that double bag now at first base. Up the middle.
That one, a tailor-made double play right there. Hit right to the second baseman. Burnett able to field it cleanly, step on the bag at first, toss, or step on the bag at second, toss over to first, and get that out. So Bulldogs turn 2 to get out of the inning. We're going to the 5th. UNCW still up 6-0. This is Seahawk Baseball on Flow Sports.
If you're looking for a flats boat, Marine Warehouse Center has it. Spider boats are the fastest growing, most affordable brand of flats boats on the market. Flats boats and skinny water fishing shouldn't be only available to those with deep pockets. Every Spider boat comes with a 10-year limited hull warranty. Marine Warehouse has Spider boats packed to the brim with features to accommodate everyone and powered with Yamaha outboards. Visit Marine Warehouse Center on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com.
Premier Pools and Spas of Wilmington specializes in gunite pools, fiberglass pools, and outdoor living, kitchens, and hardscape landscaping. Premier knows buying a pool is a big decision for your family. That's why Premier professionals emphasize clarity of communication throughout the process to ensure your peace of mind. From designing your ideal oasis right down to decking out with an array of customizable features, you can trust us to turn your vision into reality. Premier Pools and Spas, serving Wilmington and the surrounding areas. Online at premierpoolsandspas.com.
Conor Marshburn back out on the hill for UNCW, working his way towards a career day. Already a career high in innings worked. His previous high was 3 against Princeton back last February about this time. He's already worked 4 today. His career high is 7 strikeouts. He's already at 5, so 2 more. That'll tie his career mark, and his most pitches was 65, also against Princeton back on that February day, so he's at 63 right now.
So as he takes the hill here in the 5th, he'll face the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Bulldogs, who again are hitless through the first 4.
Marshburn tries to catch that outside corner. Nice frame job right there by Arndt, but not fooling home plate umpire Brian Peterson. This time comes back and does catch that outside part of the plate for strike 1.
You can see the outfield shadows creeping in as we get deeper into the afternoon, but I'll tell you, after this morning, just thrilled that we have shadows.
This one out and away, yeah. Woke up this morning and looked outside, and the way the wind was blowing and the rain was coming down, really wondered if we'd get a game in today. This is certainly a 180 turnaround. As this one fouled off at the plate.
And everybody, I think, made a really good decision making the decision on Friday to play 3 games yesterday, because you would not have played baseball at all this morning.
No, absolutely not.
Good pitch.
Off speed, absolutely fools Zaborowski, and strikeout number 6. Zaborowski with 2 strikeouts on the day. That'll bring up Devin Obie.
So early on a couple of the strikeouts with 2 strikes, he was going for that heater up top. Now he's showcasing that off-speed pitch.
Comes back. A high fastball right there, right over the plate. He's doing a good job of changing the location, changing the speed, mixing things up. Squares to bunt, and that's going to catch the outside part of the plate. Obie quickly down 0-2.
Still good pop on that pitch, 69th pitch of the afternoon.
I believe that one might have clocked in at 91. So working very well. And 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and Conor Marshburn has tied his career high with 7 strikeouts as he continues to have a day here on the mound.
Alex, is a simple thing, but look at against hitters 7, 8, and 9. You've got 4 Ks and a fly ball to center. So if you're going to pitch a good game, you've got to control the bottom part of the order, and he's just had command of the bottom third.
Yeah, done a great job, and even if you bump 1 spot up, another strikeout in there to the 6-hole hitter, so he's done a good job. Flow Sports.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew. It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. You've got Maverick and the North American 2025 Truck of the Year, Ford Ranger, fully prepared.
Did you sleep here last night?
If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready. And this crew is Truck Month ready.
Now get 3.9% for 60 plus up to $11,624 in total savings on select F-150s only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites Landfall Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. HamptonInn.com and support the Seahawks.
Our friends at Pepsi certainly been busy today as we see our 3rd Pepsi pitching change for the Georgia Bulldogs as they go to the bullpen and call on the junior transfer, JT. SEC rival Ole Miss last year posted a 1-3 record with an 8.8, added 353 against him. The year before that as a freshman, a 3-4. Was actually among the team lead and pitched 55 in a third inning, 63 strikeouts, 36 walks. So this is a young man who has a lot of experience at the Division I level, at the SEC level, just not in a Georgia uniform.
Hasn't the landscape changed? I mean, it used to be you would never transfer within conference, but with the portal and everything, it's, you know, it basically belongs to the athlete. Hoskins' numbers are complete: 1 2/3, a walk, a strikeout. Of the 5 batters he faced, 14 strikes. And again, you know, Hammond, Hoskins come in and really kind of just settle things down for the Bulldogs. But right now they're just being matched by Marshburn on the other side.
Yeah, certainly most of the offensive production for UNCW off of starter Zach Brown. Since then, Seahawks have been held in check as you get Bromley Thornton coming to the plate. Struck out his first time up, struck out his last time up, walked his first time up. And nice breaking ball right there, quickly out ahead of Bromley Thornton, 0-2. That one behind Thornton's head, ducks out of the way of it.
Contrasting the two sides, Seahawks from batter number 6 down, 6 base runners. Where on the other side, Georgia basically hasn't had any production from the bottom third of their offense.
Thornton with the big cut right there, his second strikeout of the day. First for JT Quinn in a Georgia uniform. That'll bring up Riker Galaska, who really yet to make an official plate appearance. Hit by pitch, drew a walk his last time up. He does have an RBI and a run scored so far this season. Galaska fouls this one off, out of play, over to the street. Beautiful day for baseball here at Brooks. Nice way to close out the opening weekend of the 2025 season.
Again, for fans after a quick trip to play Duke, this team right back in action next weekend for afternoon games on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 4 o'clock start for you on Friday and Saturday.
Outside right there. Yeah, it is the home state showdown over the next 4 games. You've got trip to Duke here in the middle of the week, and then at home for a 3-game set with UNC Asheville next weekend. So Tar Heel State baseball aplenty as we get things rolling here in 2025.
And that's just a plus for these in-state programs, that you can play non-conference games, quality non-conference games, and still make it a bus trip.
Glasgow rolls this one over to first as Zabrowski picks it up and flips it to Quinn for out number 2.
Shortstop number 10, Kevin Jones.
So Kevin Jones comes up, having gotten an infield single in his first at bat, and then the sac bunt his last time up.
I know it's early in the year, but with Lucas and Jones, you can see there's good arm strength on that left side of the infield.
Breaking ball a little too far inside for ball 1. Yeah, that's, you know, that side of the infield has certainly been a spot where some standout players have played. The other Jones, Greg Jones, there in recent years. We've had several other guys like Cole Weiss at third base, along with Jack Kroom. Been some standout talent. This Jones, Kevin Jones, coming in and really doing a good job filling in at shortstop last 2 years now. That one catches the outside part of the plate. And now that transition at third base, just a little bit of a new era here on the UNCW left side. Jones chases that one down at the turf, and that's going to be a strikeout to end the inning. So Seahawks quiet in the fifth. We move to the top of the sixth. The UNCW still holding 6-0 lead. Conor Marshburn walking back out. It is UNCW baseball on Flow Sports.
Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit OleanderChiropractic.com.
Josh Barber here for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington and proud UNCW graduate. At Capital, we want to service all your automotive needs now with 2 full-service Wilmington locations, Ford on Oleander Drive and Lincoln on Market Street. We have you covered with new and pre-owned sales, vehicle maintenance and repair, mobile service, parts, and even collision repair. So come see us on Oleander Drive or Market Street for the largest selection of new Fords and Lincolns in eastern North Carolina. Or check us out online at capitalfordofwilmington.com. And remember, go Seahawks!
We talk a lot with UNCW baseball about development and how players come here. Sometimes they're maybe not catching the eyes of Power 4 conference coaches in their high school careers or whatnot, and UNCW players come here, they develop and kind of show where they can be. Prime example of that happening here today is Conor Marshburn showing the development between his freshman and sophomore years. Already a career high in innings worked. He's now at 5. He has tied his career high with 7 strikeouts. He's now faced 18 batters. His previous high was 14, and thrown his career high in pitches was 65, now at 73. So taking a step forward here is the sophomore, as this one is popped up and out of play as top of the Georgia order starts things off here in the 6th inning.
McCarthy, Burnett, and Phelps.
And again, Marshburn working ahead here. Make it 0-2.
Nice breaking pitch.
Takes a little something off of it, drops it in. That one lined down the line in right field, but foul.
Try to sneak that one past McCarthy, fights it off.
Marshburn goes to the outside corner, but just a little too far away. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one lifted into left center field. Thornton tracking it and will make the catch for out number 1.
Thornton goes back to the track and then comes in a couple of steps. And for the 5th time out of 6 innings, Seahawks retire the leadoff batter. Boy, that's just a recipe for success, getting that initial first out.
Absolutely.
Especially against a team that's trying to get back into the game.
Absolutely. Bulldogs have only had leadoff hitter reach 1 time so far today through as we move into the 6th inning now, as Burnett fouls that one off.
So we saw McCarthy and now Burnett late on the fastball. So Marshburn still's got a lot of zip on that fastball.
Tries to paint the corner with that one there, but a little bit high and away. This one, jam job inside. Burnett couldn't hold off of it. Nice job by Brian Arndt right there as you see him getting the signal on the communication device.
Throw it just right over those wrists. He's got him set up at 1-2.
And that one's going to hit him. Burnett looks like exchanged a few words there.
Well, you know it's a breaking ball on inside. You got him 1-2. Certainly not trying to hit him. Not even trying to move him off the plate. But here's Phelps.
That'll bring up Trey Phelps. Right fielder. Again, young man with a lot of preseason praise. As that pitch is over into the other batter's box. Marshburn, only his 4th base runner allowed, have all come either via walks or 2 hit batters. Nice job coming back inside with the high fastball. Evens the count at 1-1. A little bit of action in the Seahawk bullpen. And this one rolled over to Lucas at third. He looks off, goes for the sure out over at first. Thought about trying to flip for the lead runner, but instead settles for the sure out, and UNCW 1 out away from getting out of this inning.
Good job by Lucas. Takes a look at second, realizes he's just looking to get out. Nice routine play. That'll bring up the left-hander. This is Hunter.
Henry Hunter, catcher, yet to have an official at-bat today, but been on base twice. Walk and a hit by pitch. Swings on this one, and Aiden Evans flips it underhand for out number 3. So Aiden Evans getting some work in over there at second base as Conor Marshburn.
For a limited time, Hardee's is adding the rich goodness of maple flavor to our handcrafted favorites. For a sweet spot in your day all day, maple makes everything better, especially at Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon every day.
Heath Alton with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're here at Trask Coliseum or at beautiful Brooks Field, take comfort in knowing that my team has you covered. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Give Alpha Mortgage a call. And go Hawks!
Hardee's Original Bag packs 2 full-size favorites plus fries and a drink for just $5.99. No junior burgers or tiny nuggies, just full-size goodness for big-time value. The $5.99 Original Bag, only at Hardee's.
Back here at Brooks Field as Georgia warming up defensively here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Seahawks still holding that 6-0 lead. Georgia had a runner on base for just the 4th time in this game in that 6th inning, but UNCW doing the good job of
couple of walks, 7 Ks, couple of hit batsmen, 86 pitches, 53 strikes. He's been efficient.
Efficient and effective.
And it's funny, the only real inning he got in trouble was after sitting out through that marathon first inning.
UNCW's offense almost did him in a little bit as sat on the bench for a little while, issued those 2 walks, but certainly bounced back from it as Brian Arndt, his catcher, will take a tumble right there. Fastball high and in, and they're going to say it hit him.
Might have hit the brim.
JT Quinn out to discuss it with the home plate umpire momentarily, but aren't going to be the, looked like it was way in, glanced off that brim of the helmet into the catcher's mitt. So Brian Arndt getting on the hard way, takes one off the crown, fortunately able to get over to first base, and that'll bring up Aiden Evans, one of the few Seahawk hitters that hasn't had at least one productive at-bat tonight, and he lays down the bunt right in front of the pitcher's mound. Evans racing down the line. It's going to end up being a sack, but it is going to be very close.
Nice play. First of all, advanced the runner, and we see that speed again at the bottom of the lineup. Another look for you on the replay. And what you'll notice right there, bang, bang.
Yeah, that high bounce gave him a chance to get down the line and at least make it an eyelash play. Looks like the ball beat him there by a split second, but that brings back the top of the order with a runner in scoring position as Matt Gillespie steps up and swings away at the first pitch he sees.
Gillespie has been on 2 of his 3 times up. Open the game with that base hit.
Gillespie again swinging, ball gets away, and Arndt is going to easily head over to third base on the wild pitch. So insurance run 90 feet away here for UNCW.
It's not bad when you have a catcher that has wheels. Good job at second base. Plays right in front of him, doesn't need the coach. He sees the ball trickle away from the catcher. He's up and running. That'll bring the infield in.
Yeah, Arndt already 1 for 1 on stolen bases this year, as another big swing right there. First strikeout of the day for Gillespie. 3rd strikeout of the afternoon for JT Quinn. So that'll bring up the guy you want in this situation if you're UNCW, Tanner Thatch, looking to get his first RBI of the day.
So interestingly enough, I know it's a 6-0 game, but if it's not 6-0 and it's a close game and this is a conference game, he's on first base. They're not even pitching to him.
Certainly not a bad idea.
You're not going to see the non-conference plays, obviously.
Thatch behind in the count here as he fouls that one off 0-2. So young man who got a single his first time up has since been retired twice. Certainly looking to continue getting back on track here for UNCW.
Again, the Seahawks are hitless since that initial frame.
And called strike 3. Thatch frozen on the breaking ball right there. So another opportunity squandered for the Seahawks as they leave one on.
Come in
Looks like UNCW going to the bullpen here as we go to the 7th. We'll tell you more when we come back. This is UNCW Baseball on Flow Sports.
If you're looking for a flats boat, Marine Warehouse Center has it. Spider boats are the fastest growing, most affordable brand of flats boats on the market. Flats boats and skinny water fishing shouldn't be only available to those with deep pockets. Every Spider boat comes with a 10-year limited hull warranty. Marine Warehouse has Spider boats packed to the brim with features to accommodate everyone and powered with Yamaha outboards. Visit Marine Warehouse Center on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com.
Premier Pools and Spas of Wilmington specializes in gunite pools, fiberglass pools, and outdoor living, kitchens, and hardscape landscaping. Premier knows buying a pool is a big decision for your family. That's why Premier professionals emphasize clarity of communication throughout the process to ensure your peace of mind. From designing your ideal oasis right down to decking out with an array of customizable features, you can trust us to turn your vision into reality. Premier Pools and Spas, serving Wilmington and the surrounding areas. Online at premierpoolsandspas.com.
Got ourselves a Pepsi pitching change for the first time this evening as far as UNCW is involved, as Kyle Phelan comes in to take over, inherits a 6-0 lead here as we move to the 7th. Phelan, this is his second appearance on the weekend as you get a look at that beautiful sunset over down the right field line. He's worked 2/3 of an inning, struck out 1, given up no hits, no runs, no earned runs, been very effective in his limited amount of work, and he certainly inherits a big opportunity right here for the Seahawks. A lot of that thanks to Conor Marshburn.
Conor Marshburn, not a bad opening night, huh? 6 innings pitched, couple of walks, 7 Ks, efficient, only 86 pitches, and I think the thing you've got to like is even as he walks off the mound and is congratulated by his teammates after that 6 innings, still had a lot of zip, a lot of movement on that fastball.
Certainly the first of what UNCW fans hopes are many outings like that this season. Career high in innings pitched, tied his career high in strikeouts, set a career high in batters faced, a number of pitches. So definitely a great start to the 2025 season for Conor Marshburn, as Kyle Phelan picks up right where he left off with a first pitch strike.
So if you're Georgia, you're looking for a little life because you've got Marshburn out, facing the left-hander.
Phelan ahead in the count, 0-2.
Little zip on that ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, 92 according to computer over here. Good movement. He's got him down 0-2 and gets him to chase. Strikeout to start things off for Kyle Phelan. So pinch hitter here for Georgia, looks like. Number 17, Cade Brown, the freshman, coming on, a young man who we did see earlier this weekend. He's had 2 at-bats this season, struck out once.
So you're a freshman, you're coming in as a pinch hitter. Your team is hitless, just trying to get on base. I liked how Phelan just came out and challenged the hitters. That's what you want to do right now.
Yeah, 3 pitches, all at different levels, high velocity, and comes right back throwing gas. Gets it to cut inside. He is filling up the strike zone here early on. Another big cut right there.
Just got that ball in on the hands with a lot of movement.
So no balls, 2 strikes. Kyle Phelan looking to work quickly here in the top of the 7th and gets him to chase again. 6 pitches, all of them strikes. Good start here.
Same spot, again, good movement on the ball. Kind of handcuffs the hitter. Pinch hitter coming in for Georgia.
And Georgia looking for some life here, going to the bench once again as Charlie Jones, the junior utility player, comes on. He will pinch hit for Rylan Zaborowski. And Phelan wasting no time getting ahead in the count. Fastball over the heart of the plate for strike 1. This one just a little bit inside. First ball of the day. The Boo Birds out.
I was going to say,
UNCW.
gotta love it.
Not every pitch gets to be a strike. That one was close, but
you tell them that, right?
A little too far inside. This one going to be hammered down the line in left field. And a foul ball, so a very long and noisy strike.
Tell you what, Phelan tried to sneak that ball inside, and he's squared, but he's ahead 1-2.
Charlie Jones had that one timed up just right. We'll see what Kyle Phelan comes back with here. The 1-2 pitch.
You haven't seen a breaking ball yet.
Gets him to foul that one off.
Chokes up on the bat a little bit. There it is.
Frozen. Strike 3. What a start here for Kyle Phelan. Comes on in relief, picks up where Conor Marshburn left off. 3 straight strikeouts. UNCW goes to the stretch, leading 6-0. This is UNCW Baseball on Flow Sports.
Today is your day. It's time to stop wishing for it and start working towards it. One day at a time, one workout at a time. Your best is not behind you. Look forward.
Hi, I'm Morgan Matthews. Check out Matthews Motors in Wilmington. We have lots of inventory with easy online shopping on the new website, a home test drive and delivery program, a certified pre-owned warranty program, lifetime powertrain warranties, a new truck center, and ASE certified technicians that will keep you on the road. We are family owned and operated, so come check us out and become a member of the Matthews Motors family today.
Georgia making another Pepsi pitching change. This time going to the bullpen, calling on the services of number 34, Tyler McLaughlin, senior from Milton, Georgia. Comes to the Bulldogs, was part of the team last year that went to that NCAA Super Regional. Before that, spent a couple of years at Emory last year for Georgia. No wins, no losses, a 6.00 ERA in 6 relief appearances over 6 innings, 8 walks to 7 strikeouts. So making his first appearance of the season here.
So Quinn's numbers are complete. 2 innings pitched, 4 Ks. And again, look at that Georgia bullpen. I mean, they have thrown 6 2/3 innings of hitless baseball.
Yeah, Seahawks did the damage early.
But they're not the story.
But they're not. UNCW pitching has been phenomenal here today so far, as McLaughlin's first pitch is down and away for ball 1.
Not a bad top of the 7th for Phelan. 11 pitches, 10 strikes.
That one out and away. Yeah, you certainly, anytime you make way to the bullpen, you're always hoping you get someone to come in and kind of keep things where they've been. Big swing right there, especially if you've got a start like Marshburn gave, and Phelan just a tremendous job of keeping that going with 3 strikeouts. Lucas now well ahead in the count, 3-1. See what he's offered here. And he's going to watch it. That's going to be his second walk of the day, and that is a Matthew Motors walk. Matthew Motors the walking man's and woman's best friend.
So here's DiMartino. He singled his first time out.
Boy, if you're DiMartino, you certainly have been waiting for this at-bat again. Last one that he was up on, hit a hard hit ball right back up the middle. Second baseman had him played perfectly, fielded and turned the double play. Swings away at the first pitch he sees there.
Just pulling off that breaking ball a little bit. You've got a 6-0 lead, but if you're the Seahawks, you'd love to play a couple here in the 7th. It's been a quiet 6 innings.
That one drops in for a strike. DiMartino kind of looks to the dugout, lifts his arm in a little bit of frustration.
Getting a little chilly this afternoon. Sweatshirts are on for the fans in the stands.
Beautiful blue and orange sky here at Brooks Field. As DiMartino watches that one way outside. Certainly been a fun weekend of baseball here at Brooks Field. The 1-2, and DiMartino chases that high fastball. Going to be retired on his second strikeout of the day. That'll bring up Bromley Thornton, a man who has struck out twice but walked in that first inning. Thornton looking for his first hit of the 2025 season. And he will lay down the bunt, and boy, that one was a good one, but just bounced foul before it could get to that third base bag.
Good idea, just trying to get the ball put in play. As you mentioned, Thornton walked his first time up, struck out a couple of times. Wind blowing in from center field. Started this game in what, close to 70 degrees?
Mid-60s.
We're in the 50s now.
Sun goes down, temperature drops here in Wilmington as this ball hit up the middle. Not going to be able to get the force at second. So runner in scoring position as Thornton is out at first base. But good job to be on the move right there as you see the replay of it here.
Good look for you. Second baseman makes the break with the runner. Can't get the lead runner, so again, the Seahawks with the man in scoring position, 2 outs.
I'll bring up Riker Galaska. Hit by pitch, walked and grounded out to first in his 3 plate appearances so far. Yet to get a hit. UNCW, an interesting stat line, 3 at-bats, no hits, has scored 2 runs, brought home an RBI, and drawn 3 walks. So a little bit of everything except a hit.
Seahawks 4 for 13 with the runners in scoring position. Of course, all that damage coming in the initial frame.
Galaska would sure like one to hit here, facing that 0-2 count. And that one just inside and low. Ball 1.
Pitcher takes a couple steps towards the dugout as to the right side of the infield. Asked the umpire where the pitch was. He indicated it was low.
Galaska watches that one high and away. So evens the count at 2-2.
Isn't it amazing how this game has just settled down since that initial flurry? And again, when you look at it, 6 runs, not too many extra base hits, just that double.
Galaska brushes away from it right there, so works himself to a full count. Yeah, that early bottom half of the first inning certainly a different vibe than what we have got the rest of the way. Glasgow swings away at that one, so big strikeout right there. Seahawks strand another runner in scoring position, but still hold that 6-0 lead. We go to the 8th. UNCW out for defense. This is Seahawk Baseball on Flow Sports.
If you're looking for a flats boat, Marine Warehouse Center has it. Spider boats are the fastest growing, most affordable brand of flats boats on the market. Flats boats and skinny water fishing shouldn't be only available to those with deep pockets. Every Spider boat comes with a 10-year limited hull warranty. Marine Warehouse has Spider boats packed to the brim with features to accommodate everyone and powered with Yamaha outboards. Visit Marine Warehouse Center on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com.
Premier Pools and Spas of Wilmington specializes in gunite pools, fiberglass pools, and outdoor living kitchens and hardscape landscaping. Premier knows buying a pool is a big decision for your family. That's why Premier professionals emphasize clarity of communication throughout the process to ensure your peace of mind. From designing your ideal oasis right down to decking out with an array of customizable features, you can trust us to turn your vision into reality. Premier Pools and Spas, serving Wilmington and the surrounding areas. Online at premierpoolsandspas.com.
Back here at Brooks Field as we move to the top of the 8th inning. Kyle Phelan out getting his warm-up tosses in.
It's a good look at the line score for you. Georgia with 4 runners left on base. Seahawks with 6. And again, go back to that first inning. 6 runs on single, sacrifice fly, single walk, hit by pitch, single, double.
And that double spelled the end of the day for the starter, Zach Brown, for Georgia. Since then, quiet for both teams. Phelan, this one carrying to the track, to the wall, gone. Halfway up the berm. So Georgia breaks up the no-hitter. Scoreless no more. Bulldogs trim it to a 5-run ball game on the home run right there by Devin Obie.
No doubt about it. First pitch swinging. Look for you from behind the plate. Just squared on it. Knew as soon as it left the bat. So now if you're the Seahawks, you take a deep breath and you're playing for 6 outs.
106 off the bat.
It's a simple thing, but this, you want the next out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want to let the snowball roll a little bit here.
If you're Phelan, you've definitely got to shake it. Your first inning, so effective, strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. You come back and you give up that home run on one pitch. Now what do? Settle in and get 3 outs. And ahead here, 0-2.
And you know, you've got to have that reliever bullpen mentality. Next pitch, next batter. He's ahead at 0-2.
Comes back, and this one fouled off. That's the one thing Phelan inherited. 6-0 lead. Certainly can go out there and pitch with a little confidence. One swing not going to change the complexion of this game, as he's still got the advantage here against the 9-hole hitter, Branch. This one popped up, out of play.
Also for Phelan coming out of the bullpen, hasn't had to pitch from the stretch at all. Left-hander at 0-2.
And gets him to chase right there. Took a little something off of it. Seen a lot of fastballs from Kyle Phelan, but the off-speed pitch right there gets the job done. Strikeout number 4 for him, and the first Bulldog is retired here in the 8th.
Strikeout number 4, put out number 4. All his outs have come the way of a K.
That'll bring back the top of the order as McCarthy steps in, and this one another little off-speed delivery. Puts him ahead.
McCarthy flew out to left field his last time up.
This one down in the dirt, so a rare ball for Kyle Phelan. Been pretty effective at throwing those strikes early on. Comes back, tries to paint that inside corner. Not going to get the call from home plate umpire Brian Peterson. Down in the count, 2-1 here as time called at the plate. Phelan still follows through with the pitch. Two balls, one strike, one away here in the top of the 8th. And Phelan, high fastball. McCarthy unable to hold off of it. Evens the count, 2-2.
McCarthy looks down at the third base coach, taps the chest. My bad, I know he chased a little bit.
This one bounces before Arndt can get a glove on it. So rare full count here for Kyle Phelan. Got to come back with that out pitch right here. This one rolled over to Jones, diving stop to his feet. Gonna bounce it over to first, but not in time. Nice effort right there by Kevin Jones. But that's gonna be an infield single. Bulldogs get their second hit of the day.
Doesn't make the play, but it just shows you the range at short for the Seahawks. So that's first time that we'll see Phelan probably pitch from the stretch. Lefty against lefty. One out in the inning.
Robbie Burnett, Georgia's most lethal hitter, 444 average on the year, comes up as first pitch is a ball.
So if you're Georgia, you just want to play station to station right now. Not worry about the scoreboard, just get runners on base.
Swing and a miss right there. Nice job by Arndt keeping it in front of him, not let the runner advance.
Batter thinking fastball, sees the breaking pitch. Flares, unable to put it in play. Infield back, hoping for that ground ball.
Phelan tries to blow the fastball by, but guess a little bit high. And this time tries to catch the outside corner, but Seahawk faithful giving home plate umpire Brian Peterson a little bit of a talking to as the count moves to 3-1. Phelan unable to get the outside, so walk issued. That'll put 2 on for the Bulldogs as the 3-hole hitter, Trey Phelps, comes to the plate. Crowd here at Brooks Field getting a little animated as Kelly Seacrest walks out, have a conversation with Kyle Phelan.
It was a good visit to the mound. Not only slow Phelan down a little bit, but also try to stop the momentum a little bit for Georgia. So they've got a couple runners on. Bulldogs looking to build on to the 1 run here in the top of the 8th inning. Again, if you're the Seahawks, you're just trying to get outs.
Get a scan of the crowd here at Brooks Field. Saw some of the folks still hanging out tonight, watching a good baseball game as sun goes down here in the Port City. Again, this will bring up the 3-hole hitter, Trey Phelps, just a 118 average on the season, but don't let that number fool you. This young man, extremely talented freshman All-American last year, as that one runs inside for ball 1. Preseason pick to be an All-American this season.
This might sound a little strange, a 6-1 ball game, but this is a big batter in this inning, in this game, as Georgia would just love to pick away at this lead. Another ball.
Well, Seahawks had the opportunity to tack on a few insurance runs here, but unable to do that. So now Georgia cutting into it, making it a 5-run game. Phelan leaves that one high.
Some action in the Seahawk bullpen, a right-hander and a left-hander. Morris is the right-hander.
Gets the strike on the 3-ball pitch.
Outfield back a little bit. Don't want to give up that extra base hit.
3-1. Big swing right there by Phelps. So from a 3-0 count to full.
So if you're failing, you just want to challenge him. Show him your best pitch.
Phelan sets and delivers. High fastball. Lost the placement on that one a little bit. So Bulldogs, after being held in check through the first 7 innings, have something brewing here as the cleanup hitter, we're gonna have a pinch hitter coming on for Georgia. That'll be number 25, Daniel Jackson, sophomore. Transfer coming in from Wofford. Jackson on the year, 4 at-bats so far, has drawn 1 walk, struck out once, grounded into a double play, yet to get a hit. As that one's in there for a strike, certainly would be a good opportunity to ground into a double play right here.
Almost trade a run for an out right now.
Phelan gets him to swing right there. So Daniel Jackson quickly down in the count, 0-2.
So he showed him that breaking ball. So if he tries to go with a little high heat.
Tries to catch the outside corner. UNCW faithful thought it was a strike. Home plate umpire says a little bit out over the outside part of the plate, so we'll do it again at 1-2. That one way out of the strike zone. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Top of the 8th, bases loaded for Georgia. Phelan tries to catch the outside corner, but a little high, so works it full. Got him, called strike 3. Kyle Phelan comes back with the off-speed pitch right down Broadway, and Jackson is headed back to the dugout.
So all 5 outs by Phelan have come by the K.
Georgia coaches out of the dugout certainly arguing some balls and strikes here. Home plate umpire Brian Peterson tells them to get back in the dugout. So that'll bring up Slade Alford, the third baseman. Very dangerous spot here. Bases are loaded for a guy who was among the team leaders in RBIs last year. Comes back with breaking ball right there, strike one.
It's fair to say a little barking from that dog. Dugout right now. That was a big strikeout. Kept that tying run on the bench.
This one ripped, but foul ball just over the line in left. Otherwise, Bulldogs be on their way to making this a one-swing game. Instead, Phelan ahead in the count, 1-2, 2 outs. Top of the 8th, the pitch. Jams him inside. They're gonna say it hit him.
And now Randy Hood will come out. Now they can appeal to the second base, to the umpire that was looking straight on.
So Alford dancing around over in the batter's box, trying to avoid it. Gonna say it hit his foot as you get the replay of it here.
Yeah, Randy's asking for a little help.
See that ball? Hard to tell if it did hit the back foot. Definitely didn't hit the front. They're gonna go, just gonna look at it under the hood, but don't know if they're gonna have an angle to dispute the call.
Yeah, you can see it change direction, but does it change direction by hitting the ground or the foot?
So this
of course, the batter's trying to sell the call.
To his credit, Alford just trying to get out of the way. Let's get another look at it here on the replay.
Yeah, and see, the front foot almost obscures a good view of the back foot.
Definitely hard to tell. He's certainly picking up. You can see that back foot is lifted off the ground in anticipation of a swing attempt, possibly.
And again, the call on the field is a hits batsman. Here's a look for you from behind.
See if it, Arndt's leg might block us here. And not going to be able to see anything there.
And Arndt comes up with it pretty cleanly. It's not like the ball kicked out towards first base. But depending on the call here, with 2 out, quietly, Georgia's got the tying run at the plate. 6-5-0, the line score for the Seahawks. Again, the Seahawks are hitless since that first inning. Georgia 2-2-0, both hits coming here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is kind of what plagued the Seahawks.
And they're going to call, they're awarding them first base.
This is what kind of plagued the Seahawks against Quinnipiac in that game yesterday late in the afternoon. Got off to that hot start. Played at a bunch of runs early, and then the Bobcats just kind of slowly chipped away, mounted the comeback. UNCW responded to force extras before Quinnipiac spotted them 5 in the top of the 10th to walk away with the 10-6 win eventually. So Phelan pitches this one, lifted into right field. DiMartino tracking it in fair territory, gets the fly ball out. So 2 runs scratch for the Bulldogs, but Seahawks still have the 4-run advantage as we go to the bottom of the 8th. UNCW coming to bat. This is Seahawk Baseball on Flow Sports.
Hey, grab me 1 too. People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family-owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
Back here at Brooks Field as we move to the bottom of the 8th. One minor change for the Bulldogs after that pinch hit. Daniel Jackson now behind the plate. Georgia reliever Tyler McLaughlin still in as the Seahawks look to get a couple of those runs back that they gave up in the top half of this frame.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, right now, Georgia's down by 4 runs. The best way to, just reinforce that the Bulldogs aren't going to get back into this one is get a couple runs yourself. And Jones comes up.
Certainly would be good to approach this one kind of like they approached the Quinnipiac game last night when they needed that bottom of the 9th rally. Kind of think about it in that mentality, scratch a few across and take that momentum back, put this one away.
So if you're Jones, do you think about laying one down here? You want a base runner.
He doesn't show bunt as first pitch is called a strike. He has sack bunted earlier today, got an infield hit to start things off. And another high fastball right the midsection, so quickly down 0-2. And called strike 3. Jones never flinches, never lifts the bat. The off-speed pitch takes him down looking. That'll bring up the catcher, Brian Arndt, for his second hit of the day. 2 RBIs already, has walked, doubled in 2 runs. Also been hit by a pitch. And a little excuse me swing right there, fouls one back into the net. For Georgia, it'll be 7, 8, 9 when we move to the top of the 9th, so bottom of their order coming up as Arndt drives this one into left. It's going to bounce off the wall, and he's going to be in with a sliding double. Big hit right there for the Seahawks.
First hit since the first inning. Squared on the pitch, got it into the wall. Almost got it to where that wall angles a little bit. Another look at it here.
Arndt, just a good piece of hitting, drives this one.
Head down on the ball.
Second double of the day, and interesting, a thing we kind of talked about with the left field fence as this one runs in on Aiden Evans. Thing we talked about with the left field fence lowered this year, so a much bigger opportunity for some ground rule doubles. That one somehow didn't get over the fence, but Arndt still turned it into a double on his horse all the way. Evans fouls this one back and out of play to even the count.
Evans has got a huge hole down the right field line, and first baseman well off the bag. If he can cue one down there, he'll run forever.
Instead, watches the high fastball for strike 2. Seahawks looking to put at least 1 run back on the scoreboard after giving up 2 in the top half of the 8th. Evans gonna lace this one over into right field, but easy play for Trey Phelps. Takes a couple steps in. Hard hit ball, but out number 2.
Ball stays up for the right fielder, makes the play, keeps everybody in front of him. So here's Gillespie. Again, a runner in scoring position.
Gillespie got 2 at-bats in the first inning, infield single and a walk. Since then, grounded out to the shortstop and struck out in the 3rd and 6th, respectively. And
Seahawks, I'm sorry.
Now go ahead, he fouls that one off.
2 for their last 10 with runners in scoring position.
Big opportunity right here for the first-year starter. Gillespie redshirted last year. Chance to bring home a big run. And he will top this one on the infield. McLaughlin gonna field it, and nice job over there at first base to get the out. So Seahawks unable to respond after giving up 2. UNCW needs 3 outs. We go to the top of the 9th. Seahawks leading 6-2. This is UNCW Baseball on Flow Sports.
If you're looking for a flats boat, Marine Warehouse Center has it. Spider boats are the fastest growing, most affordable brand of flats boats on the market. Flats boats and skinny water fishing shouldn't be only available to those with deep pockets. Every Spider boat comes with a 10-year limited hull warranty. Marine Warehouse has Spider boats packed to the brim with features to accommodate everyone and powered with Yamaha outboards. Visit Marine Warehouse Center on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com.
Premier Pools and Spas of Wilmington specializes in gunite pools, fiberglass pools, and outdoor living, kitchens, and hardscape landscaping. Premier knows buying a pool is a big decision for your family. That's why Premier professionals emphasize clarity of communication throughout the process to ensure your peace of mind. From designing your ideal oasis right down to decking out with an array of customizable features, you can trust us to turn your vision into reality. Premier Pools and Spas, serving Wilmington and the surrounding areas. Online at premierpoolsandspas.com.
Well, as we move to the top of the 9th, one more Pepsi pitching change. Pepsi, a proud partner of the Seahawks, and a little switcheroo here with players that have already been playing. Don't adjust your screen. That is Bromley Thornton on the hill for UNCW. Thornton started the game off in left field. Now filling in for him will be the DH, Riker Galaska. Bromley Thornton last year, 4 appearances for UNCW, worked 2 2/3 innings, a 10.12 ERA, gave up 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 4 walks to 1 strikeout. But this is a guy who, when I had a chance to talk with Coach Randy Hood early in the season, obviously you know Thatch can pitch. We've seen Arndt already pitch this weekend. Thornton, another one of those guys who can play both the field and stand on the mound.
So he'll come in to face the 6, 7, and 8 hitter. And for Thornton, your focus is on that first batter.
And boy, what a great job Phelan did. You know, he gave up those 2 runs in the last inning, but effective, got a bunch of strikeouts, kept Georgia at bay after the fantastic start by Conor Marshburn. We'll see what Bromley Thornton can do here. First pitch bounces before it can get to the plate. So get the nerves out here.
Charlie Jones really crowding that plate.
Thornton comes back, tries to catch that outside corner, but a little too far out. Ball 2, excuse me. This one inside but low. So 3 balls, no strikes here. Bromley Thornton trying to avoid the leadoff walk. That one called a strike.
Field straight away. A little deep in left, playing that no doubles defense.
This one chopped over to Jones at short. Gloves it, throws across the diamond. Nice dig right there by Tanner Thatch for out number 1.
Simple thing. Jones does a good job with the footwork. Got that in-between hop. Watching on the replay here, that hop right there, but he steadies himself, trusts the arm, big-time stretch. That's 1.
Boy, that's where it pays to have that veteran first baseman over there along with a seasoned shortstop. No flinch, make the routine play look routine. Breaking ball right there, miss inside, and this will bring back up Devin Obie, young man who got the resurgence started for the Bulldogs in the top of the 8th, hit that solo home run to break up the no-hitter and put a run on the board. And he's quickly ahead 2-0.
And Coach Seacrest will quickly come out, have a quick conversation, settle Thornton down a little bit.
We saw it work earlier. Quick conversation with Conor Marshburn, settled him down, got it going. Kyle Phelan, conversation as well. Got those last 2 outs. So, opportunity right here. Kind of regroup and come back stronger.
Seahawks do have a right-hander up in the bullpen. They'd love to see Thornton just close this one out. He came back from 3-0 on the first batter. See if he can come back from 2-0.
Nice job right there. Blowing one by Obie.
Sometimes we make a lot of it, but I think sometimes the pitching coaches come out and say, throw strikes.
Sometimes it really just is that simple. Fill up the zone and challenge the hitters.
Trust the
and
defense.
He does right there. So from 2-0 to 2-2. Bromley Thornton sets and delivers. Ball topped, but going to be just over the foul line down the left field side. The 2-2 pitch. Jams him. Obie broke the wrist, but not going to be called for the swing, so got to move things to a full count. And this one, Thornton fields it, throws over to Thatch at first. 2 away now.
Nice excuse me swing. Again, 2 batters, comes back from 3-0.
Not easy for Bromley Thornton, but benefits of having a young man who has been playing in the field all evening. Made some catches out in left field. Easily grabs that one, throws over to first for out number 2, and that'll bring up Georgia's last hope, the 9-hole hitter, Colby Branch, the shortstop. 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Swings at the first pitch he sees.
Boy, if they can take this one home, big bounce back effort by the Seahawks.
That one just a little low. Thornton now with a 1-1 count. This one a little out and away. Ball 2. And like you said, big momentum swing for UNCW after the disappointment yesterday. Seahawks had to feel good after Friday's opener against Quinnipiac. Coming back today, needed something good to happen, and on the verge of it right now. This one low and outside.
Thornton didn't know how to pitch if it didn't go to 3 balls in the count. Exactly where he wants him.
Sure enough, pops him up. Thornton tracking it.
Yeah, get out of the way. Let the left fielder make the play.
In foul territory for out number 3, UNCW. Big response here on Sunday. 6-2 victory over a top 10 Georgia Bulldog team. Seahawks bounce back to hand the Bulldogs their first loss of the season. UNCW now 2-2. We'll recap this game when we come back, catch up with Coach Randy Hood, pick our all-star player of the game, have a lot more for you. UNCW wins 6-2. We'll be back with UNCW Baseball on Flow Sports.
Unlock your career potential with the Cameron School of Business at UNCW. Our flexible graduate programs offer rolling admissions, applied learning opportunities, and tailored career support. Whether you're interested in our master's program in business analytics, finance, supply chain management, accountancy, computer science and information systems, or our highly regarded MBA program, we have the right degree for you. Apply today.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites Landfall Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. HamptonInn.com and support the Seahawks.
It's bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Bold hand-breaded chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits. Grab your tailgate box and tailgate like a legend this season with Bojangles. It's bow time.
For over 25 years,
Window World has been Wilmington's leading exterior remodeler.
from Window World of Wilmington.
I'm Joey Pollard, and this is my daughter Hannah. We offer endless window options and colors.
Talk about instant curb appeal.
Whether supplying storm protection or security,
Window World has you covered. Backed by our lifetime limited warranty.
Window World is still offering superior products
At great prices. Thank you, Wilmington.
for all your support over the years.
Hi, my name is Dr. Claude Jarrett with Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, here for your Medical Minute on UNCW's campus. Here in Wilmington, we are fortunate enough to enjoy a lot of sports and outdoor activities. One of the more common injuries that we see this time of year are wrist fractures. The two most common type of wrist fractures are distal radius and scaphoid fractures. Both are successfully can be treated. However, prevention is always the best. When possible, it's good to remember how to fall. You want to be able to tuck and roll. When you're falling, be aware of your surroundings as well. With Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, our job is to help patients avoid long lines and expected cost of emergency rooms. We're able to tackle many orthopedic injuries such as acute traumas, fractures, and sprains.
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
I've built the perfect tailgate.
Phil won't know what hit him.
With Bojangles, you can tailgate like a legend, not like a Phil.
It's a touchdown! Hey guys, Can I have some more?
It's bow time. Open the Bojangles app and order your tailgate box.
Hi, I'm Morgan Matthews. Check out Matthews Motors in Wilmington. We have lots of inventory with easy online shopping on the new website, a home test drive and delivery program, a certified pre-owned warranty program, lifetime powertrain warranties, a new truck center, and ASE certified technicians that will keep you on the road. We are family owned and operated, so come check us out and become a member of the Matthews Motors family today.
Back here at Brooks Fields as we get the Window World Wilmington Clubhouse report. Wilmington's exterior remodeler, high impact windows, doors, siding, roofing, and more. Check them out at windowworldwilmington.com. Time for the Pawn USA game recap with 5 convenient locations across southeastern North Carolina. It's easy to buy, sell, or obtain a cash loan. Find the Pawn USA closest to you at pawnusa.net. You get a look at the stats there on your screen. They don't tell all the story. Seahawks 6 runs on 6 hits. Georgia 2 runs on 2 hits. Error-free baseball for both teams. But the real story of the day was the pitching. UNCW's Conor Marshburn early, Kyle Phelan in the middle. Seahawks touched up Georgia starter Zach Brown, and that proved to be more than enough.
I was impressed deep into the game. 5th and 6th inning, Marshburn still had a lot of zip on the ball, a lot of movement on the ball, did a great job getting ahead of the hitters, and with the exception of the top of the 2nd inning, where all of a sudden Georgia got a couple of runners on base without benefit of a base hit, he shut it down and really just breezed through the middle innings and was just a dominant force for the Seahawks today.
Yeah, just a career day in terms of innings, batters faced, pitches thrown, tied for strikeouts. Just done an incredible job setting the tone early for UNCW, and the Seahawks backed him up with some of that early offense. All 6 runs for UNCW coming in that first inning, and really after that first inning, a couple of walks, a hit batter in there, but UNCW didn't get another base hit until the 8th, the double by Brian Arndt, one of his 2 doubles on the day. So Seahawks got what they needed early. Would have liked to seen a little more late, but just enough with the pitching performance that we had today.
And again, let's look at that first inning. How many times do you have a 6-run inning that single, sacrifice fly? Then another base hit, so you got runners on the corner. A walk, a hit by pitch, a single, the only extra base hit with the double by Arndt. And all of a sudden you put a 6 spot up and you're rolling.
Yeah, UNCW 2 extra base hits today, both of them coming from Brian Arndt. That big one there, plating 2 in the first. All-Star flags, all-star of the game. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags, or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star flags, quality in every star. I think it's pretty easy to say who the all-star of this game is going to be. It's got to be the guy who got the start on the hill in Conor Marshburn.
Marshburn did a great job again, kept the batters off balance throughout the game, got early lead, and you know, I'm sure he'll and after the visit to the mound, calms down, gets out of it, and again, he closed the first 4 innings with K's. He just seemed to get stronger as the afternoon went on.
That's our all-star flags, all-star of the game. We'll take a quick break, come back with the Alpha Mortgage Coaches Corner. Coach Randy Hood going to be joining us here momentarily. This is UNCW Baseball on Flow Sports.
Kennedy's Real Estate Service is your local company for all your residential, brokerage, management, and appraisal needs in the Wilmington and New Hanover County area. Tim is not only a UNCW alumni, he has been your friendly broker since 1994 and providing residential appraisals since 1997. Give him a call, 910-799-1068, or visit him on the web at kennedyres.com.
Hello, I'm Ben Cochran, Managing Partner at Hardison & Cochran, Attorneys at Law. My firm helps good people in North Carolina who have unfortunately had their life turned upside down due to an injury. We help our clients by telling their story, and leveling the playing field against opponents who have an army of lawyers fighting to diminish or outright deny their claim. We're ready to help. All you have to do is reach out.
Hardison and Cochran, North Carolina personal injury attorneys, 910 all threes.
Back here at Brooks Field, Seahawks winners tonight over a top 10 Georgia Bulldog team, 6-2. Joined now by Coach Randy Hood for the Alpha Mortgage Coaches Corner. Make your house a home. Get pre-qualified to purchase your next home or refinance today. Call UNCW alum Heath Altman at 910-512-1220. That's 910-512-1220. And Coach, Marty and I have said this name a lot tonight, and you were just talking about it off the air right there. What can you say about Conor Marshburn, the start that he gave you tonight?
Just awesome. I mean, awesome is the word. Big time. He's got a big time arm and very competitive. And when he's in the zone, he's got a chance to do exactly what you just saw tonight against a top 10 ball. And proud of our team, just the way we responded after yesterday. You know, we were very close to having one hell of a weekend, and then things just kind of got away from us yesterday. And it's early. Hopefully we'll learn from it. But I learned a lot in our team today is how we responded from last night. And we got after it and had a great first inning. And sometimes when you put a crooked number up, that might be the difference in the game. And tonight it was.
Yeah, certainly. I know you guys were disappointed with the way things finished last night. Had the bases loaded, opportunity to win it. Obviously, things kind of go awry in the 10th. You took some time after the game. We weren't able to get you up here for the coaches' chat afterwards. What was the message then? And obviously, it seems well received.
I mean, it wasn't really like a lot of getting on anybody. It was like, hey, man, this season's young. We need to learn from some things that got away from us today. We're not going to be successful giving up 17 free passes in the course of 18 innings like we did yesterday. I thought the Georgia game yesterday in the 6-3-3, we had all the momentum, and we kind of let it get away from us right there, and still was a close game. And then in the nightcap, we got another great start, and we just didn't make a few plays, and then we just, you know, couldn't get them out. But just said, hey, if we're going to be good, we've got to clean some things up, which I think we're very capable of being very good. And I was mighty proud of how we responded. And it starts on the mound, and Conor was awesome, Kyle Phelan was awesome, and then Bromley got those 3 outs.
Yeah, Kyle Phelan comes in, big spot. He inherits a 6-run lead.
Yep.
And just throws strikes, like just strike every time. It seemed like that was all he was throwing.
He's a senior that started a lot as a freshman, and then has just had a tough time trying to find in his role lately for 2 years. But you know, just he's got his mind right and he's feeling good, and I have a lot of confidence in him. And he thrown twice this weekend very well, both outings.
Coach, want to thank you for coming up here, and hopefully, I don't know if I am the first, but want to congratulate you on win number 150.
Wow.
That was your 150th win. Got a big one against a top 10 Georgia team. Yeah, nice RPI game down the road.
Yep, hopefully we got a lot of teams like this on our schedule, so hopefully we can keep stacking some quality RPI games to build our resume. But I'm just proud of how our guys responded tonight. And another great crowd coming out and supporting us here on a late Sunday afternoon after some bad storms.
I was about to say, it looked like it was going to be an ugly day here in Wilmington, but about the time you started throwing that first pitch, the sun decided to come out, and so did the offense and the pitching.
No doubt, and I appreciate teams like Georgia. They don't have to go on the road a lot of times like this, but they did, and I appreciate Coach Johnson and their program coming here, and Quinnipiac as well. But just a good weekend, good baseball. Got to see a lot of people play from a pitching standpoint, and now we hit the road and go play an ACC team midweek, and then back here on the weekend.
Awesome. Well, Coach, look forward to catching up with you again soon. That was head coach Randy Hood on the Alpha Mortgage Coaches Corner. We'll be back to wrap things up with our final stats and a look at the upcoming games. This is UNCW Baseball on Flow Sports.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation on flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags. Or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
Keith Alton with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're here at Trask Coliseum or at beautiful Brooks Field, take comfort in knowing that my team has you covered. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Give Alpha Mortgage a call. And go Hawks!
Closing out the evening here at Brooks Field. Final score tonight, UNCW. Big win, 6-2 over the Georgia Bulldogs. Go over the Bojangles final game stats. Download the Bojangles app today for exclusive offers and the easiest way to skip the line. With Bo to go, it's Bo time. Georgia, 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. Seahawks, 6 runs, all in that first inning on 6 hits. No errors as well. Both teams left 7 runners on base for 6 innings. 0 hits, 0 runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, 18 batters faced, 86 pitches thrown. He will get credit for the win, the loss, but a great start for the Seahawks as they improve to 2-2, and like Coach said, bounce back before they face some in-state foes this coming week.
Yeah, a big week in front of this ball club as you look to build off of it. But I think let's just talk about the growth of this program and the mentality of this program. You've got a national powerhouse coming in, and the Seahawks were never intimidated going up against a top 10 team. They're right in the game in game 1 against Georgia, and then they come back and win the second matchup against Georgia. You mentioned the RPI, just little things that this program can continue to build on, so you want to have a good effort Tuesday against Duke.
Certainly the Bulldogs and Seahawks no strangers, as UNCW down in that Athens regional last year, unable to get the win then, but come back with a little vengeance here this weekend, get the one to close things out. Take a look at the Hardison and Cochran upcoming game. Hardison and Cochran, attorneys at law, are personal injury lawyers in Wilmington. Call now for a free consultation at 1-800-434-8399. That's 1-800-434-8399. And like you mentioned, Seahawks on the road on Tuesday. They will travel to play Duke. First pitch scheduled for 4 p.m. And then over the weekend, back home here at Brooks Field as UNC Asheville, part of the UNC system of schools, along with the Seahawks, comes to visit. First pitch on Friday, 4 p.m., also a 4 p.m. pitch on Saturday. Sunday matchup scheduled for 2 o'clock. So a busy week ahead. Any final thoughts, Marty, before we close this one out?
I think when they look back at it, the coaching staff, they learned a lot about the pitching staff. I think they learned a lot about the resilience of this team. And, again, today, clean baseball.
Yeah.
As far as defensively. And as this team goes through the season and with the schedule, you're going to have games where you're not going to have a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah.
So it looks like that left side of the infield is solid. We know the right side of the infield is solid. Number of new faces in the outfield. A really good first weekend, all things considered.
Yeah, only 2 errors throughout the entire 4 games this weekend. Good start for UNCW defensively. Nice bounce-back win, and hopefully they can carry that momentum over when they head up to Durham on Tuesday. This has been a special sports presentation of the Seahawk Digital Network and Flow Sports. Information provided by the UNCW Athletics Communications Department. You can join us again on Tuesday when the Seahawks, they'll be at Duke. Airtime going to be 3:45 p.m. For Marty Fuhrer and our entire crew, Jordan, our director, along with our camera and other producers, Maddie, Ryan W., Ryan S., Zach, and Mason, I'm Alex Riley from Brooks Field. Your final score tonight, Seahawks take it 6-2 over the visiting Georgia Bulldogs. Thanks for joining us this evening. Thanks for joining us all weekend, and have a great night, everybody.